Right.
Love more.
With that, we will start the game. So, would anyone like to give me a recap of what happened last? We'll go from whoever can start, and then so Syriinx, can you tell us what happened last time?
Yo, how about you suck a cock, Matt?
I did actually happen last session.
All right, okay. Anyone else want to give me a start recapping what happened last time?
Okay.
We'll go from there.
Last time, I handed Tristan the little frog.
Yeah,
Then
the
I went
origami
out.
frog, yeah.
Then I went out. I met up with the three of them in a greasy little place called Burger City.
Yeah.
On the
A greasy little paradise,
the-
I think you mean.
Absolutely.
greasy little heaven called Burger City on the eastern end of
Eastern end
Russet
of
Way?
Russet Way.
Russet
yeah.
Way?
That way, yeah.
We went into the back room, which was furnished with many guns. We talked it out. I shared a bit of what I knew about what's going on, about what we're facing, about the precautions we need to take, and the people we are probably being pitted against. I shared a few clues, after which the groups decided to split the next day. Dante and Nahia went to look for Leslie, but not before Dante talked with Anselm about a few things at the Barrow Ridge Fountain, and Maddie and Halford went their own way.
Oh, quite the thing happened. We went to the library, and
Oh, you didn't go to the
nothing else
library. No, you went to the museum.
Well, we went to the library together.
I forgot about that. Yeah, you went to the library
Yeah.
first. Yes, you did. You went to the library first.
We came to the realization we're not suited to investigation at all, right? And with what little information we could scavenge, we decided to go our separate ways. Maddie ended up going to a race car thing, which you can explain yourself. And Ned went to a museum because it had the closest link to Niles's wife? Question mark.
Well, we won't jump into what happened to the museum just yet. We'll get everything done before we jump into what happened at the museum. But yes, it was Niles' wife, a woman by the name of Rebecca Niles, who you were looking at. Mm-hmm. What happened with you?
Well, Maddie went to do some prepping for her race, and with prepping, of course, I mean sabotaging another driver's car. However, with the least lucky roll I could get, on which I literally would only fail if I rolled snake eyes, I got snake eyes.
Yeah.
And well, Maddie got noticed by a certain Annie Grant, who, shot at her, and this is going to be an interesting race. And afterwards,
So
Maddie,
the driver you went to see, the driver you went to sabotage the car of, got up and shot at you, and
exactly.
Yeah.
And afterwards, Maddie was gonna meet up with Dante to give a quick recap of what happened at the library.
Okay. As she went to do that, Ned, what happened in the museum?
Museum, a lovely place for women and children to go to on field days and weekends, you know. Anyway, he shows up. He walks around. Can I explain what I saw in the museum or no?
Yeah, you can explain what you saw in the museum.
Okay, well,
I trust her not to metagame.
Yeah, go up the floor, and I see a lot of paintings. A lot of them are made by Rebecca Niles. The little corner in the little tab on the corner says that, right?
Well, you were searching for a while before you found these paintings, yeah.
Yeah, and they were on the second floor. And the wacky thing is that all these paintings were swirling black water and things of that nature, right? An even wackier thing is that in the middle, seemingly no one else noticed this, there is a pedestal that looks like it should have a statue on it. This little plate that says, here is a statue. and there was no statue.
There was no plate saying, "Here's a statue." But apart from that,
statue should be
mostly
here.
I can. But the artist couldn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Sounds
So-
like a performative art
Statue
piece.
made by artist in year.
Yeah. So, this is all nice. He's going around the museum. I'm sure he got like a little audio tour, right? And he goes, what's that? The sound of frantic running and screaming? I wonder what that might be. And he hears a familiar voice quoting Shakespeare. It's the guy we met with remember the ribbon in his hand, but the one that introduced himself as Fear that wasn't Fear. Turns out he's an actor and he's very into Shakespeare, and he has friends, right? And so they all just decided to fuck Ned's day up. This was because I landed a success on the investigation, and my question was very up there, right? So my trade-off is that I'd expose me to danger. Luckily, with my quick not thinking, I jumped out the window.
Well,
Yeah.
several people came into the museum.
Yeah.
3 of them, though. At the same time, across the city, Dante Coleman was talking to Anselm about a bunch of
You
things.
want me to fill in?
You can fill in what it was about.
What
Yeah.
was your convo like?
It was mostly about the fact that after the loss of the Asphodel and the Wicker Hound and the 2 sisters who were providing sanctuary in those locations, people who Anselm leads and who look up to Anselm for guidance have been put in more dire circumstances. And they, in particular, are looking for a new sanctuary. Now, that's not why he told me the information he gave me. He mainly wanted to stick it to the people who hurt his people and him. He was also visibly hurt. But he wanted a promise from me that I will establish a new sanctuary for him. A promise I didn't give because, as I explained it to him, it's a stupid one to demand. Dante doesn't think they need a sanctuary. Dante thinks that people who are without protection, who don't have any fighters among them, probably first order of business, actually need fighters rather than somewhere to hide. Although somewhere to hide would help, but what Anselm was asking was a bit too much. And impractical in his mind, you know. So he promised that when the time comes, he will do his best to look after Anselm's people, and whatever that means, that I will proceed.
Anselm also told you that bought by
About the fight and the auction?
about the auction, but about the Bardsmen as well.
Yes, he did.
Which is that Fear has bought a group of mercenaries who call themselves the Bardsmen, because they are people who have figured out what it is that is within them, and have put names to it.
Mm-hmm.
And back in the museum, 3 of these individuals burst in. One of who called himself the Scottish Play, another who called himself Othello, and a third who called himself Puck. And they came to kill Ned Halford. Ned, what did you do?
Well, I heard them walking up the stairs, and then I jumped out the window and I turned into gold so that I didn't fall out the window like a normal person, right? And then there was just a guy getting out of a car. He was part of like their team. He was also quoting Shakespeare while trying to kill me, and he was getting out of the car that they got there. And so I quickly slid past him, got into the car, and drove off in the car that they came into, right? And as they were attacking it, it seemed like that car had some kind of magical protection, because they tried to smack me a few times with them.
You created the magical protection. You turned the car into gold as leaping from the window, the Scottish Play drew back a double-handed claymore and was shouting at the top of his voice, "It is better that it be done quickly," as the blade descended and sliced into the car, but didn't quite go through as you rebounded off it, and you drove off. The car sort of scraping against the ground, the golden sort of frame of it going shh on the ground as you sped off, and then suddenly returning to normal as you drove off into the distance.
And I yelled out in my time of need. I wouldn't want to yell a name that they could remember, so I yelled the only name that they couldn't remember. I just yelled, "Gilliam Gale, where the fuck are you?" Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah.
And that's where we're gonna pick up with the bottom of
We're gonna have a monologue on top of this, or is this
we're gonna have a monologue on top of this. Before the monologue, we're gonna pick up at the bottom of a glass. The last of the whiskey that was in it has been drained. As the figure sort of taps against the side of it. His new suit not fitting him quite right, and he's nervous. As he looks up and he goes, "So, you assure me you are killers? I mean, murderers, right?" We leave him there as we jump across back into your guys' reality. I want one of you to give me a monologue, please.
I have an idea for one, but I hope I can do it correctly. Right.
We've not had Ned in a while. I would like to hear a monologue from Ned. This is as you're driving down the road.
It's gonna be a bit different. All right.
Yeah, go for it.
It is a big stage, lots of lights, and you see a crowd. This is like a fake one. This is going on in his head, right? A crowd where the entire crowd is Ned, right? Ned is on the stage presenting. The show is a Family Feud style thing where it's like has like the bars and they're covered and they're listed 1 to 10. And in the contestants stand is a Northern Irish gentleman in a flat cap with a goatee with some gray painted nose. Right? And he asks him, "Welcome today to the show. We're gonna figure out who's that guy." And today we have our contestant here. I believe his name is Matthew. Hold on. Give me. Oh no, that's a different guy. So basically, Matt, please talk as this NPC, but don't be the DM. All right. So today we're going to be asking you a few questions, young man, and you are going to need to answer who these people are. Whether you get them right or not will determine the amount of points you get. I think we should begin. Is the audience ready? And then all the Neds violently clap and uproariously cheer. Yeah. What is your name, young man, since it wasn't Matthew?
Ned Halford.
Your name is... Oh, that's funny. Well, you don't need to know your name for this. Yeah, this is a one-time show.
Is this going on in Ned's head, by the way?
Yeah, but like, just pretend that you can say whatever you want, right? Okay. You have the freedom as the DM because you're not. So, it says, first question is, who is West? He brings up the mic to you.
West is I'm sorry, is this on? What am I doing here?
Your time is running out. 4 3 2
I can't remember.
1, and it appears, and he points at the board. It appears we don't know either. Well, this is awkward. He moves on to the next card. Well, we're just gonna move on to question 2. Question 2: where is Edith Cole? Hurry up, young man. There's prize money here.
I think you're in the wrong place.
3 2 1. Well, you ran out of time. Let's see
As
what the
you
board
click-
has to say.
As you look at the board, it's a flash of eyes instead of the box where the answer comes. There's a flash of blank, unseeing eyes. It's a moment of poof. The contestant sitting in front of you, nervous and confused, seems to stand up and goes, I'm really sorry, I'm not meant to be here, I'm really sorry. And he tries to run and his microphone catches and he stops for a second, pulls the microphone out and runs.
Wonder where he's going. And Ned looks up, it like pans out to all the Neds, just like, oh my, you know, and the audience, and then all the cards on the board flip, and all the answers are completely blank, and it's all these names, this just really, really long list of names, and no one knows who or where or how they are, and Ned is like, and that's the show, everybody. We'll be back next week, hopefully, with some answers, and that's the end of the monologue.
As the show ends, the clapping coming down into darkness, the ending is sort of the music of the credits coming on. The credits begin to roll, and they're just edited by Ned Halford, directed by Ned Halford, starring Ned Halford. And as they continue to go past, they roll and roll into the darkness, into a hand that is holding a wheel that is driving a car as fast as it can down the road. Whatever was going on in your head there, you're not quite sure. But you keep driving, leaving behind you the screaming individual who stands in the road going, "You can't hide from me! You can't hide from me!" His voice echoes down the road, and then you hear a clatter as a claymore is thrown against the ground. Its clatter spins, rolling across into the darkness. He goes, "Fuck!"
Am I still being chased? I was under the idea
No,
that
you're. This is you driving around the corner. You can just hear the voice
okay.
echoing into the darkness as you drive on, and you are away from them.
I park in the most secluded area I can find. Can I do like a sneak around to see how well I can hide the car?
As you drive there, we're going to leave you there for 1 second. So as you race around the corner, going around. I realize I really need to get something. Sorry, 1 second. That's...
There he goes again, asking the real DM.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been.
He's there at the shadow DM, just asking.
He's panicking.
I think he's going mad. He's talking about all the Neds in his Ned head, and it's, yeah.
DM, what do I do?
What do I do?
So I only missed the monologue.
Yeah.
Monologue and recap.
And a recap.
That was for Elizabeth.
If you can call it a monologue, yes.
I don't know,
More like a
man.
hallucination. It's good to know that Ned is more crazy than we thought.
Listen, I know it's called a monologue, but it feels like this character wouldn't really just like say like with an actual voice, the same way Dante's would be like, yeah, these days the kids, you know, painting the
I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
that's exactly what it
literally
sounds
you
like.
talking to the camera. It's like
yeah, but like
this isn't the office.
I haven't done a single monologue that was these
Look,
days,
there he
which
goes
is-
again.
I
We had him go twice.
Yeah.
you just
That's
need to
Because
How you doing,
we can't see him.
How you doing, Leia?
We closed the door so
Doing
we can't
good.
see them.
Good on you.
Like I said, the schedule was off its shits today.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I know a monologue
Okay.
is supposed to be like a direct talk to the camera.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, man.
I want to do.
It was
stuff like-
fun. It definitely was. It
I'll
was
do stuff
fun
like this
and
instead.
also very
It was a trip.
unexpected.
I imagine it to be like the first 5 minutes before the actual episode.
Don't be a
starts.
DM though.
Was a ruse.
He closed. Yeah. Oh. Look.
I wanted it to be like Matt so that he could respond and help.
Well,
I also
too bad for you. Matt actually was a DM.
Okay.
Don't be a DM, man.
No, but
Is
he's-
what he told
listen.
you.
he's just
Oh.
a citizen in Ullmanoch in this situation.
Yeah.
He's just a guy. It's not Matt. It's not Matt, the ruler of the universe. It's Matt.
That's why he left, because he told him don't be a DM.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
he
I
left.
love how
He just had
Schneider now
to-
made it. I love how Schneider now made it official that Matt is an actual NPC in this game.
Yeah.
Like he
is.
just
Just like-
decided that he put
I
that
am
power
I
on
met
and
him
he
once.
said, there it is.
He asked
You
for my
have
autograph.
opened.
dude.
You have
I
opened.
do get it though. I do get it though that he just had to take a moment and cry behind closed doors after you told him not to be a DM. That can be very harsh.
I'm sorry, Matt. You can be the DM now.
You can be. A DM
I have
if
to
you
say
want.
that was not expected.
Right?
Just for real monologues. Just for this.
Shall we play?
Okay.
Shall we play?
Well, we're gonna have to
I love
jump.
how fucking desperate Guru sounds.
No, I just tired. Not even
we
like.
please
Shall we
play?
So
I
we're gonna
just-
jump back.
Uh,
Several
I was
hours.
giggling.
We're gonna jump back several hours as Ned drives down the street. Behind him, the several individuals, the sort of wispish-looking person with the two knives, the dark-skinned man dressed in sort of long, flowing clothes that are various colors and a saber by his side, and the man you've all met before, the man who called himself Fear, who was not Fear, who has now revealed himself to be the Scottish Play. As you drive on away from him, disappearing into the darkness, we're going to jump back several hours to a point much earlier on where a origami frog is being pressed into the hand of Tristan.
It will be the previous day, not just several hours.
Previous day?
Yeah, it was the evening of the previous day, remember?
Oh shit, it was, yeah. Okay, yeah.
So, just to set the scene for Elizabeth, while she was talking with Allison, after Dante finished his little frog, he turned to Tristan, said, "Give me your hand." And when Tristan did, he just said, "This goes on your index finger, this goes on your middle finger, this goes on your thumb. Now you can make the frog speak."
And he did it, yeah. And he was very entertained by it as well. Deeply entertained by making the frog move. And you heard, for the first time from Tristan, you think a chuckle? It was more of like a...
And then I tapped the side of his leg, said, "See you later, big man." And after I turned around, I'll just tell Elizabeth, "See me out?"
Yeah, if you come back inside, she will take a minute to show you out.
I thought we were all in the same room. weren't
I
we?
mean, didn't Tristan
You
go
invited them
outside
for
again?
tea.
At the moment, you're in the
You invited
kitchen
him.
with Tristan and Allison as well.
Alright, gotcha. Yeah, then I saw the frog thing.
Yes. That's why I set it up again.
Right, thanks. Yeah, then she'll take a brief moment and kind of guide Dante towards the door.
Once near the door, Dante will say, "I'll keep your name out of it. For now you're missing. They don't need to know anymore. There's a new person, calls herself Maddie Nail, and I don't know what her deal is yet. I don't know if we can trust her. She says she wants to work with us for the time being. So we work together. As it is, we're tragically understaffed. I found out a few things about the order of things in this town, about the Silver Thorns, and I'm gonna try and find out more about Niles' wife, because I think I still need to speak to him, and that's the way to get to him.
Alright, the first thing I was going to say is that, do you have a death wish? But it's not as much of a question anymore between us.
No, it isn't.
The least I can do is if you find out anything about his wife, that you let me know. Because I feel like the way he was talking about her, she may not be truly gone yet, Either
Hmm.
that or it's part of his, well, delusion. But I don't think he would make up something like that.
Look, it's either his wife or his companions, any of the meaningful relationships in his life. I need to get through to the man, because the alternative is we are expected to fight him. You understand that, don't you?
Our job isn't to fight anyone. Our job is to find who is breaking these statues.
Varro's framed it, I'm pretty sure, in bring him to justice.
Honestly, I would have to fucking look at my notes because I don't know anymore.
You can trust Dante with that much.
I'm not gonna say at this point. I'm not. So that would be metagaming if I say it.
Either way, if we confront him otherwise, a fight might ensue. I'd like to speak to him first.
Why do you think he is the one breaking the statues when he literally went to people to get the head of the statue
The
back?
one in the university.
Don't know which
Not
statue it was, don't know why it was there, but he went to get it.
okay. He's staging an auction. I know that much. I've learned that today. I don't know where, I don't know when, but I know that there are auction lots drawn on those statue heads. He's the curator. He's the one responsible for keeping the archive. I know who he works for. I don't want to tell you yet. I don't want to throw that name around because I don't think it's safe to say that name out loud. But he's staging some sort of an auction. He needed to get the one in the secret university room and bring it to the archive. So he did that. Besides, what? Who else? Is the only one left, right? I also think that this team of theirs, Fear, Red Knuckle, Esper, Lucia, Wright, I think they're our first job in a way. That's what we're being told to look after. I think at the point of Arabella giving us that command, she already knew who we're hunting.
Then what do you suppose we fucking do?
Don't
I
know
mean,
yet.
you're right. You know you're right. I don't need to tell you that. Makes perfect sense. But then what do we do? We just stop it? We say no, we turn to Grace, we see if the group or who is left of that group is willing to help us take out Grace. I mean, that's another whole fucking shit show.
For now, we did the job. For now, I found out anything I can about his wife, about his companions, and try to leverage it into some sort of a resolution. I need to go meet them in about 2 hours.
I want to believe that you'll find something and you'll be able to leverage it on him. But I'm afraid that whatever I saw from the man, he doesn't really care about leveraging, he just cares about getting a job done. So even if you
Maybe.
come with a dead wife,
But you heard Allison. She's heard stories about him. He has a code of honor or something of the sort. It's the only bet we have.
sure. Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's where we're leaving you there. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah. Dante, before like opening the door, will stop himself for half a second and say, "It feels voyeuristic. Me knowing this much about your life and your marriage. I didn't mean to intrude this much."
You know, normal people would also not hide their wife or their lives or their home from other people.
Mm-hmm.
And she kind of makes a hand gesture as if to say, like, speaks for itself. It clearly doesn't, but in her head it does. So she kind of makes like an open hand gesture, like,
Yeah. It is what it is. I'll call you later. Keep us online and everything as we discussed. Be safe. And you'll open the door and get out.
Okay. With that, we're going to snap back to the present. Which is the night of Thursday. I'm going to say, because you weren't here, Syriinx, I'm going to say that, just give me a rough idea what you're doing with, were you just chilling with Allison, or what were you doing in the time that you were away?
talking through life stuff. So like chilling at home, kind of having a warm heart towards whatever Tristan is doing with the origami frog, because that shit was adorable.
He stays with the origami frog for a little while, and you watch as he moves his hands. It sort of condenses, and its mouth opens, and his eyebrows raise, and he closes it, and the frog's mouth closes, and his eyebrows go back down again. And he does that for a couple of minutes, sort of just watching it as it happens, and eventually you hear it goes... And he sort of notices that people are watching him, and very carefully his hand closes, and he puts it away in his jacket, and he begins to stand slowly. The chair letting out a groan as he stands, as if it was barely holding up to his weight, and he sort of begins to back out of the room slowly.
As he does that, as he like kind of tries to stand up, she's a teacher, so she has this kind of pose where it's like looking down on you, like, you really doing that? So she crosses her arms, she kind of taps one finger, she looks at him, and she said, "You know, you really do not need to keep running away anymore."
He looks at you, and you say that, and his eyes go wide, like really wide.
The moment he reacts,
he starts
like that,
backing away aggressively.
No.
He starts backing away further, even more, as if he starts.
It's not meant in a degenerating way, please.
He didn't take it as degenerating. He took it just sort of as a, telling him not to run, and he's sort of realized something. It's like he's just remembered an order that was given to him, and he's broken that, and he's suddenly very, very fearful, and he's heading towards the door.
Yeah, but she's obviously gonna let him go.
He reaches the door, turns, grabs a handle, and opens the door and slams the door behind him. You do see that the handle that he grabbed has gone from like being a normal sideways handle. It's just like being completely twisted into a malformed shape in his grip as he's opened the door and slammed it behind him. Allison sort of stands as he goes, and she goes, "Well, I've met some of your friends. That's new. Is he going to be all right?"
Honestly, if I knew the answer to that, I would not be as worried. I don't know what is going on with him, but whatever it is, whatever he's doing for Grace, or if that is even his true name, It seems to mess with him, and I don't know, he seems like a kind soul that was put through a lot of shit that he didn't deserve.
I see. She steps towards you and she sort of holds you for a second, goes, can we just have the next couple of hours just for us? Just talk about anything else, please.
Hey. She kind of reaches up her hands and takes hers and says, look, whatever happened, whatever is going to happen, I'm not going to leave you. And I hope you're not going to leave me. And we'll take these few hours or however long we can take, but that's a damn fucking certainty, and I'm not going to just give us up. And I'm not planning to die either. And I'm not planning to let you die either.
In this world, we rarely get close to what we deserve, and a lot of people who deserve a lot better get a lot worse, and a lot of people who deserve a lot worse get things they never...
Hey, no, none of that.
I'm so happy to have met you.
Some of the people who deserve worse get far better, and some people who deserve better get far worse. As far as I'm concerned, I got what I deserved right here in front of me, alright?
She nods and she just takes you in her arms. And we'll leave you there. As we jump back to the present now. With Ned Halford driving his way through the darkness. With each of you returning to your homes one by one. On Thursday night. With Alison and Elizabeth sort of spending their respective nights sort of just relaxing together and however they will. With Dante watching as Anselm leaves him there at the fountain. What are you doing, Dante?
Well, after Anselm, we went to see Leslie in Edenbridge, and after that, I went to uni, and we parted with Nahia, and after that, I made a meeting with Maddie.
Oh, we have a meeting. Yes,
that's right.
I forgot about that. Yes.
Funnily enough,
before
that, I'll actually call Elizabeth again on her burner because I have to. The day has passed. I learned something new. There's new information.
So this is almost a whole. This is a whole night and day afterwards. Elizabeth, what are you doing when Dante calls you?
Ooh, difficult question. I think at that moment they'll be sitting in like the couch. Doesn't matter what time of day it is. What are you saying, Matt?
Scrabble. I said, please say Scrabble. Please say Scrabble.
No. Oh wait, yeah, right. They're playing Scrabble, and like they're absentmindedly playing when Elizabeth starts mentioning Germany and kind of wants to get into. She kind of starts talking about. So I've never actually told you where I came from before I came to Ullmanoch. And then the phone rings.
And as she's saying that, like Alison's sort of leaning forward, her hand on your shoulder, sort of like leaning forward to listen as you say that, and the phone goes off. You answer.
To be clear, I'm calling her burner from my burner.
Yeah, got you. I know. Don't worry.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, she kind of looks at the burner awkwardly and then picks it up.
Hey, Everything good?
Yeah, kind of bad timing, but I'm guessing you don't just call for nothing, so what's up?
I found out where he's going to be tomorrow. I sort of found out why. I also found out who he hired to deter us. Remember the asshole with a feather in his cap?
Bright and clear.
Right. So him, as we already knew, he's not the real one. He's a hireling. He has a group of others work with him, at least 4. And they're very interested in stopping us, and they've been asking about us. Mostly, they've been asking about you.
Alright, well, in their mind, I'm already stopped.
Yeah. But I thought you should know.
Honestly, how would this help me, Dante? Me knowing that I watch more. Oh, wait, no, I don't go outside of the house right now. So, what do I need to look for? Shadowy figures in the backyard or something?
I just didn't want to leave you in the dark.
Yeah, sorry. Appreciated.
Alright then. Call me if anything changes or if there's an emergency. And he hangs the phone.
Is Dante alright?
I mean, as far as I know, he is. He just called because he got some new information
I
about
see.
lackeys that the real fear hired.
Right. Sounds dangerous.
Right. It does, but if there's anything that I can be certain of, is that Dante is really good at avoiding death.
And she looks at you. She doesn't say it. She just looks at you.
I think Elizabeth will look back for a second, but really not know what she was about to say, because she could have said 2 things right now and just...
She's sort of looking at you as in the sense of, and what about you? Are you good at avoiding death?
If I would say that I am as good as Dante at avoiding death, that would be, well, a lie. But I think I have a better understanding with death right now.
Right. What a
You
funny
know,
thing.
you looking like I'm about to die or could die any second.
No, I'm not. It's not that. It's... I'm worried. I'm worried. Obviously, I'm worried. I said some things when Dante was around, and I said a lot of things, and I'm just worried. That's all. I'm just... But this is part of the deal. You be worried, and you stick through it, and you... Well... Elizabeth, you don't die again, you understand?
Elizabeth heaves a huge sigh at that. And kind of after a moment, she looks at she. Oh, please, Allison, don't do that again to me.
I don't...
The moment I thought you were going to... I will gladly promise that I won't die again. If that means that you don't.
I've got no. Don't be ridiculous. No. Her hand comes up and touches your face, and she's like, "No, I'm not going anywhere. Just don't die again, please."
I promise that if whenever that time comes, it's not gonna be now, it's not gonna be in a few weeks, it's not gonna be in a few months. When that time comes, in a few years, decades, the next time I'm dying, it'll be meant like that.
She clutches your face in her hand and sort of puts her forehead against yours, and we leave you there as she sort of whispers, "That's all I've ever asked. I just, as we leave you there, we're going to jump across to Maddie. Maddie Leon, what are you doing?
Yeah. Maddie just arrived at the local gas station. She's going to fill up her car, but she's also going to wait right there at the parking lot, sitting in a car, for Dante to show up.
Okay.
Eventually, I will show up, probably walking from wherever the nearby bus stop is. Throw my cigarette in the nearest bin before approaching a gas station. Nealon?
Evening. So,
You okay?
yeah, I'm fine. I'm just getting ready for the big race, but thought it might be a good idea to just
Bit of your
talk
hair
about.
is singed.
Sorry?
Bit of your hair on the left side is singed.
Oh, don't mind that. I thought it would be a good idea to tell you about what me and Halford found out today.
Please.
Right, so basically we did some investigating over in the library and found out that our target, apparently she and her husband had some close connection with the museum. Found a picture of her. Some other people right in front of there looked formal.
Can I see the picture?
I think I took a picture of it with my phone, right?
You do take a picture of it, yeah.
Yeah. So I do show it show it to
you
him.
Printed
showed-
it out, and I gave
yeah.
you the print.
Right,
Well, you
reprinted
should
it
have the
out.
print out,
That's
but you
it.
also, I mean, you
Yeah.
definitely have it. You show to Dante the picture. It is a group of people, fairly sort of middle class to affluent level people, wearing nice-ish clothes, standing in front of the library. And amongst them is a younger looking Fear, wearing sort of like a nice shirt. It's a little bit big on him, and it's nice. And his arm is around a very beautiful young woman, dark skin, dark hair, sort of joyful nature around her, and she's sort of holding close to him, her arm around his shoulder, and they look happy.
So do you want to know the most interesting part?
Go on.
Turns out that Miss Niles was either a false identity or she was made up entirely, but I'm nudging towards the first one. Can't find anything about Rebecca Niles except for 3-4 years before her disappearance. So
I see.
something was going on there.
What happened to her? Have you established that?
No idea. No idea. Wish I
May I
knew.
take this picture?
Yeah, keep it close. I might get rough tonight.
If I look at the picture, do I recognize any of the faces apart from Niles? Is in the background, in the foreground, anywhere? Anyone
Yeah,
familiar?
you will. You'll notice. Because there's a problem because Ned didn't say he was looking for her. You'll notice. Give me. Oh fuck! This is a hard one. Give me an investigation check because this is a bit of a hard thing. Any tags to sort of like seeing
Doesn't
details?
miss a detail.
There we go. I'm about to say details that people miss. Any tags pertaining to people getting details other people miss.
Look at it from another angle. Is I will adjust people's faces' ages to what they might look now.
I'll allow that.
I'm also going to look at their clothes. So recurring patterns in terms of like what people are wearing, how well off they are at the time.
Okay.
How not well off they are at the time.
I'm not sure that's gonna apply.
No? Okay.
The wealth is varying too much, I'm afraid.
Okay. If I roll dynamite now, I want to roll dynamite just to see your expression.
You won't roll dynamite.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nope.
There we go. Mild success. That's a 9. So you have 2 questions.
I have 2 questions. One is, do I recognize anyone on this photo? And if so, who?
There is a couple of people here that look familiar to you.
Yeah. Anyone you want to specify, or is this?
It's fuzzy.
Is it? What do you mean fuzzy?
Clues are fuzzy or incomplete. You recognize some people here.
Second question is, who is it?
I'll say 1. You recognize someone who looks... It's a big difference from age. Time definitely played a big role in this person. You see a dark-haired, handsome man, taller than the rest of the people in the picture, bulky, well-built, standing relatively close to Niles, a smile on his handsome face, and you think about that person. What would he look like if he had white hair and white facial hair covering most of his face, and if he was really pissed off? And you go, holy fuck, that's William Redknuckle.
Nice.
Oh. So I don't recognize anyone else.
With that investigate? No.
No. But first question was, do I recognize anyone at all?
There's a couple of other people who look fairly recognizable. Yeah.
At which point I'll just ask.
But you can't.
May I keep this?
Yeah, keep it close. It's better in your hands right now than mine.
How long ago was this taken? Did you verify that?
I mean, we did have a newspaper or something that we took it from. So, do I know this?
Yeah, you have a look at it. The newspaper is from not too long ago because it was from before the disappearance of his wife. But the actual picture was taken much longer ago. So the picture is relating to around 20 years ago, I'm going to say. I'm going to have to get the exact date on that in a second. But
Is Redknuckle smiling?
It's young of them. It's Redknuckle as a young person. It's Niles.
But is he smiling?
Smiling? Half smiling.
Okay.
He looks happier. Definitely happier than when you met him.
That's a relevant question.
I know.
Not a difficult thing.
Yeah. No. Well, I mean, it's sort of a half smile. It's the sort of the smile of the person who knows they're good looking. Is like, oh, I know I'm good looking. You know, I'm gonna do the smile that makes me look good. You're not sure if it's like a fully happy smile. The article is of later, and it's pertaining to it's sort of relating to the picture before.
I do relay this info.
All right.
Right. Anything from your side?
Yeah, a few things. If found out everything I needed to know about Leslie O'Callahan.
Right.
Hope it helps. We need to be ready for tomorrow. Speak with him. We know he's going to be at that fight. Have I not told you that yet?
I
Fear is going to
don't
be
think you did. No.
in that fight.
In the fight, or is he going to be there as a
I think
guest?
he's going to be a spectator.
Right.
And I think he might be on the balcony. And I think the dunce who was bragging about being invited to the elite part of the proceedings doesn't realize that it might be either a trap or an attempt to sway him.
It's on the balcony. That's cliche.
Yeah, well. Either way, he's going to be there.
Right. Any other information?
Well, this, what you just gave me, they were somehow close. They were doing something together.
Right. At the
But
museum.
they fucked up, and we don't know how. There's more to this. Hopefully we find out before tomorrow.
Right,
This race of yours.
Huh? Sorry?
Yeah, sorry. No, go on.
Yeah, I was just mostly wondering what we'll do next.
This race of yours.
Yes.
You might be targeted because we are being hunted right now.
Ooh, I might be targeted for other reasons as well.
All right then. You said it's going to be live streamed.
Possibly. I mean, the last one was, it kind of depends on if the guy shows up, the one with the drone. He's got that all set up.
Right. Then, can you give me the links to the live streams? I'll show up.
Yeah. And I take out a napkin from somewhere in my car, and I just write on it with a pen. Give it over to him.
Okay.
There you go.
Cheers.
Look, it's a very complicated URL. It's not gonna be illegalstreetraces.com. I see you looking at
Illegalstreetraces.com.
Syriinx.
I'm not looking at you because of that. I'm actually looking at Guru because he's onto something.
Okay.
I'm always onto something, to be fair.
Right.
By the way, so this gas station that you're at, you're just chatting outside of Maddie's car.
No. Maddie is sitting in her car. She's got the window rolled down.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've all fueled up. You paid for your fuel. You're sitting.
I mean, at that point, you'd invite me to sit on the passenger seat so we can chat in the security of the car.
Yeah,
Then I'll get out, right?
Gotcha.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, you sort of get out of the car. The lights of the. By the way, tonight is a calm night. The air is just so stagnant. It's barely moving at all. It's almost warm. And as you sort of sit there, the lights of the garage or the fueling station sort of lighting up this little spot of area, the rest of the street on either direction seeming dark by comparison, the two of you talking, and as Dante steps out and closes the door, the car starts to rev into life.
One moment though, as he steps out, I do nod him over to the window and say, "Hold on, Dante. One more thing. Get closer for a moment.
Why?
Need you to punch me in the face.
Okay.
And don't hold back."
Fuck. I don't like...
Just do it. Come on. No love
Never
taps.
punched a woman.
I'll get used to it.
No, I don't think I will.
Well, just do it. Just do it. Just pretend I'm someone you hate. Pretend I'm Ned. You don't like him.
I'll see you later, man.
Ah, come on. In the face,
No,
right
he's
there.
already walking. He's putting a cigarette in his mouth.
He walks away, his silhouette.
While he's
quickly becoming-
walking, he'll
yeah.
just like, without turning away, say, "Try the dashboard."
Ah! I need to do everything myself, and she does, in fact, slam her head down, her own head down on the steering wheel before driving off.
Your head smashes against the steering wheel, and there's a buzz of like "woo" as the adrenaline hits and the pain all at once, and you go, "Oh, do I regret that? No, I don't fucking regret that." As the car roars into life beneath you, the purring of the engine as the car sort of responds, and you slam your foot into the pedal, and there's a whack as the car begins to roar out of the fueling station. Behind you, Dante, just a silhouette now, stepping away from the intense light of the fueling station into the darkness, sort of molds into the darkness. As you roar off, Ned, Nahia, what are you doing tonight?
Which one of us is first?
I'm going to say Ned, as the car... I'm going to say you're driving home. Where were you driving, sorry?
Well, what area am I in right now?
You
On the
were
map.
in Barrow Ridge. You were.
Hmm?
You are in a very nice car that was gold, is now no longer gold. Where are you driving?
I hope to a secluded area where they can't find me. I'm just trying to lose them, right? And go to a place where I can park.
I mean, they're
Can I
on
make,
foot.
like-
You've taken their only means of transport. And after
that's
driving
funny.
for around like 20 minutes, just roaring through the streets in this car, which is a fancy car, by the way, and it shrugged off your gold pretty quickly and returned to being a normal car relatively quick. You get the feeling there's a bit more to this car than meets the eye. As you roar through the streets for a while, where are you... Just give me an idea. Where are you going?
Where is a massive parking lot that I can just
Oh, yeah.
park
Okay,
in?
yeah. You're just going to... Okay, I'm going to say then you
Back
drive
of a Walmart.
deep into, like, Russet Way. Go into the nearest, like, mass-filled places you can find, and you pull up beside an old, rather sort of hardly used shopping center. You get out of the car there and leave it behind you. Where are you going?
I don't leave it behind me. I park there. And I give myself a few minutes, right, to recover. And I pick up the phone, the burner phone. I go punch in Dante's number, and I'm like, nah, never mind. I put it back. And then I want to make an investigate roll on the car.
On the car?
I
Give me
wanna
an investigate
complete-
pertaining to anything to do with mechanics.
Well then, I don't mean in that sense. I kind of just mean like I want to take everything that I can out for this car.
Out of it? So you want to look inside it?
Search through it rather than see how it works.
Anything search related then?
All right. Well, I don't think I have anything. I don't have anything that would help me look, but if anything's dangerous, I do have the Bastion to go against.
And nothing dangerous. I'm just gonna ask for searching things. So give me if you don't have any flat roll, then
Flat roll.
8 mild success. So you get one clue.
Is there anything in here that? Is there anything in here that is actively tracking me?
You search over the car, investigating every nook and cranny of it. From the most of it, what you discover is a number of rather weird things. First of all, you start searching around in the back of it, and you pull up the back seats, and you find beneath the back seats like a cache of swords, various sizes, broadswords, scimitars, double-handed great swords, all of them stuffed beneath the seats. Some of them of nice design, some of them more simplistic design. You keep looking. Beyond that, you find a couple of cigars in the side thing. You find that it's an automated car, so it has like a sat nav connected to it. It's got like a screen connected to the front of it. Beyond that, you don't find anything.
Fast could this car go when I was doing it?
When you
Like,
were
when I was just
roaring
doing-
down the streets, I mean, it was
Yeah.
going pretty damn fast. It's hard to sort of describe, but yeah, you were going pretty damn fast.
Well, well, well. Can I inspect the sword, or would this be another
Oh,
investigation?
there's a whole bunch of them under there.
Yeah, just pick up one.
Yeah.
Put a-
You inspect it, you sort of have a look at it, you draw it out. It is a normal sword. Just a normal sword. You slide it in, take out the next one. It's a normal Polish saber. You slide it back in. You pick it up. It's an American Civil War saber. You slide that one back in. Various swords from different time periods all over the place. There's a couple of knives, couple of... you even find what looks to be like a Spanish dueling pistol. None of them seem special. They're just weapons.
Can I make another investigation roll this time about the mechanics of the car?
I'm going to say...
Because before I was just searching it.
I would say yes, but yeah, this will be like your last investigate for the mechanics of the car.
Yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
I would like to use the Juice DM appreciation point you gave me.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
From last
I'll
session.
allow that. It's gone now. If you use that, okay.
That is the only tag I think I have. It's to mechanics. Anyway.
So it's with a +1.
I mean, I guess if it's a fancy car, I don't think a lavish lifestyle would maybe help, but would a lavish lifestyle help because of the fanciness of
it's
the car?
not a fancy car. It's more an effective car.
Ah, I see. Right. So power 1. Investigate.
Okay. So you step up front and you tap the screen. And at first it comes up with what looks like a bunch of nonsense. And you tap it again. And it goes to a random thing. And you hear an audiobook of Hamlet coming through with a writer going, "I doth think the lady doth protest too much, methinks." And it starts to cut through that, and then it switches, and it goes to another different, the same speaker, but a different Hamlet play. And it continues to go through, then you keep tapping through, and then you tap through to what looks like a Siri type helper thing. And it goes, "Welcome to Nav Help. How can I help you?"
What am I? What?
We do not understand your question. Please repeat.
What type of car is this?
This car is and it sort of rattles off a name of the car, and it ends.
Can I write it down?
Yeah. It's just a normal car type.
Oh, okay. What can this car do?
Begins to rattle off a series of specs and speeds for this car. Doesn't give you any more details than that.
I asked the nav help. Would you be mad if I did this? And I tapped tapped like the nav help and turned it into gold.
As you tap and start to turn it into gold, you do see the screen sort of shifts, and you see a blur of a message that goes, "Phone still connected," and there's a flash of a phone, like it just says Henry's phone, and then it disconnects, and as it turns to gold, you're like, "Oh shit."
Oh, so the phone. I quickly said, "Disconnect from Henry's phone. Disconnect from every phone. Disconnect everything. Disconnect all of it."
At that point, it's still gold. It's gold by that point.
Oh, it's gold.
You've turned it into gold. You said you were turning it into gold.
Well, I thought it would melt off eventually. All right, because the outside of the card did. All right, did it show that it disconnected from Henry's phone? I like the final.
You didn't see.
All right. Can I call Maddie Nayland?
Yeah, you can try call Maddie Nayland.
Okay,
as you try to call Maddie Nayland, a very tired Nahia is getting home. Nahia, what are you doing as you get home?
Good question. um, I think the fight's not tonight. The race is tonight, right?
Race is tomorrow, isn't it? Am I getting that wrong? Race is tomorrow, right? Liv?
I've been good about writing things down, except this apparently. So
Races tonight.
Race tonight. Good. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Race tonight.
So she comes in and is trying to think of what she's going to say to explain why she's going to a street race.
You don't need to, because as you come in, you step inside the house, you unlock the house, go inside, and you find that on the kitchen table there is a note that says, "Gone out for a drink with the boys."
Thank God. Serendipity, baby. I'd say
you turn over the note and it says, "Love you, by the way, there is chili in the fridge. It is cook it for exactly 6 minutes. Any more than this, you will ruin it. Lots of love. Also feed the dog. I fed him once before, but he's looking lonely."
Priceless. So I'd say she feeds the dog. Then did Maddie give them a location?
Yeah,
cool. That she feeds Terry, puts some food in his bowl, gives him a pet, like an apologetic pet, like, "Sorry, I'm gonna be out. Sorry, you're in charge."
Okay. The food goes in, he just like rolfs it down as you go to head out.
Yep. And then so she heads out to the race.
Okay. Is everyone heading to the fight at this point? So the race, at this point, or is anyone staying at home?
Well, I call Maddie.
Maddie. We'll jump to that. Yeah.
So yeah, she picks up. You hear some very loud punk music in the background, as well as just the roaring engine of a car, as she shouts over the phone, which she has laying next to her on the seat next to her. And she says, "Yeah."
Ned holds it like here, right? And he's like, he says, I need a place to put a car. Can I use your garage because you have a car?
Nope, just want a place for one. Gonna need it after tonight.
Just until the race is over.
No go. No. Sorry.
Would you use a spare car? I'm giving this thing away.
I don't need a spare car.
Do you need spare parts of a car? You interested in like 600
swords?
Yeah,
that could be useful.
600.
Well, leave it behind. Leave it behind the what's it called again? Leave it behind the video rental store. Just make sure to lock it.
It's not my car. I have a story to tell you. How would I lock if it's not? What?
I don't have a key. Fuck. I don't know. Just stab the tires. They're not taking it if you stab the tires.
There's a lot of sharp objects I could use for this. Okay, put it behind the video rental. Which video rental store?
I give him the location of the one I'm thinking of.
Maddie gives you the details of the place, and you drive off to that direction. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break there, and we're going to jump straight back in.
I have paused the music of Roll20 to listen to Maddie's racing playlist, but it's full of music that we don't have the rights to.
Are you interested in 600 swords?
Yeah.
Only 4 doubloons.
Hey, I think stab the wheel is a very good way for the balloons. I fucking love the for the balloons meme.
Oh, the blue.
For the balloons. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh,
You want a car?
you want a car? Yeah, I mean, spare parts are always useful, especially for what Maddie does.
Yeah, you want a magic engine?
Magic engine.
It's not
Ever-
magic in any
ever.
actual particular way. It's just like Shakespeare.
It's
The
a
only thing
Shakespeare car.
The only thing magical about the car is that it has a
The Shakes
personality
car.
and is really into
Shakes
Shakespeare.
car. Yeah, that's it.
Mhm.
It's what you would get if Lightning McQueen watched classical plays.
Or is this part of English literature?
Yes. Ciao.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Ciao,
Can people
bye,
stay
maiden.
slightly later tonight?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I would
I
like
believe
to make
Sy-
this one slightly longer. if we
Syriinx has to
can.
leave early, I believe, right?
I don't know. She's probably gone at this point.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Yeah, she left early.
But she did say that she's gonna cut off in 1.5 hours.
Okay. Fuck. We'll see how far we get.
Elizabeth wouldn't be going to the race, I believe. So
Yeah, it's
That
not a
can help.
question. It's no well. The point was to go past the race, but we'll see.
yeah.
It's okay.
What?
Hello.
Yeah, the session's over.
Session's
Oh,
over,
over.
mate.
Session's over. You
You
missed
missed
it.
it.
You missed it.
Ned's dead.
Yeah.
Who's Ned?
Ned's dead.
Baby.
Ned was
Yeah,
always dead.
I drove over
Ned's dead.
Ned with my car.
I killed
and
Ned.
then I drove over.
I ate Ned.
I drove over Fear,
I am Ned.
and then I crashed into a wall, so I'm dead as well. It was a pretty cool scene. Too bad you just had to be away.
Yeah, all took place inside a minute and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a fast car.
Time. Yeah,
It was a fast car.
They wore heavy boots.
They were heavy.
time flies when you're having fun.
Good old
You know
Chuck.
that story,
Holy
right?
magic.
About heavy boots?
No?
No.
You
No.
don't know that story? There's like a teacher, there's a science teacher in a school in America who's talking about them how like the moon has no gravity. And like he's trying to explain that the moon has no gravity to these students. And then one of these students are like, "Sir, but they went to the moon, they walked on the moon. How did they do that? They wore heavy boots."
That's how
You know,
gravity
you know-
works.
As someone who went to the American
Oh.
education system, I believe that happened.
Is
It's
it
an
Oh,
wrong?
apocryphal
wow.
story. I don't know if it actually happened.
Oh,
but
Is it
wow.
wrong,
I,
though?
I, I could believe it happened.
Were
yeah.
those boots not heavy though?
That's a mythos, the heavy boots.
Yeah,
That's an SCP, mate.
Yeah.
yeah. Just use
Yeah.
just use 100 pounds of steel to weigh you down instead of 100
There you
pounds
go.
of feathers. There you have it.
There you go. That's why. That's
Heavy
why
boots could
astronauts
still-
don't use feathers.
By the way,
Yeah.
you might either laugh or be livid with me when I do the next thing, Matt.
Why have you said Matt thinks that culinary works in cooking exactly 6 minutes?
Yeah,
What?
because you said cook exactly 6 minutes, otherwise you'll ruin it. It's a chili, mate.
Is it chili going in?
for hours.
It's chili going into the microwave. It's already been cooked.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I never
Yeah.
account for microwaves.
It's
'cause
been
I
cooked
think
into the microwave. It's done. It's already been
microwaves
made.
are weird
Nuke
to
it.
me.
He's just
Man, it was a
Microwaves
fast
are
chili.
weird to me.
he's saying put it in the microwave.
Maybe it was a fast chili.
I know how to
Yeah.
cook, mate. I know that things don't.
You see the chili wore. You see the chili wore heavy boots.
Yeah. The chili war heavy boots.
God.
Alexa, please call the little bitch. Now calling Maddie.
Yeah, rude. Right?
It was called Navcar, right?
Okay.
NASCAR.
Did you rip it out or what did you do?
Hey,
I
Turned it
turned
to
it into
gold.
gold, but the outside of the car, last time I turned it into gold, ungolded pretty quickly.
Mm.
So, like, I'm pretty sure that might happen here. I don't know. Maybe
It's
the
not.
Navcar.
I have a feeling it's not.
Maybe I
Got
just
cool new
killed
car
Navcar.
parts, so
Maybe
I'm
I just
happy.
fucking murdered Navcar without knowing it.
Yeah!
Killed now.
Oh my god, how dare you?
She was in a loving relationship with Henry's phone.
Who?
Navkar.
Okay,
She was
we're
connected
gonna
to
just
Henry's
jump
phone.
into it and wait and just let Syriinx join when she does. So, right, a number of things are happening all at once. A number of people are going to view a race while someone is driving to that race.
Can I do something before that? Very quickly.
Very
On my way
quickly,
there.
go for it.
Very
Yeah,
quickly. It'll take me literally the time on the bus.
go for it.
Dante's going to take out his phone.
Okay.
He's going to photograph each and every face on that picture.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a few of those apps that make you older.
Okay.
Like play around with them.
Yeah,
And
you
see
can,
what
you
happens,
can.
what phrases.
Okay.
Because you said a few of them are on the tip of my tongue, but I don't recognize
I
which.
will allow you to do that. I'm going to say, due to the fact that storytelling is a thing, as you're doing that, you're going to get bumped by a guy who's going to be like, hey, fuck, watch out. And it's going to sort of distract you and be a bit of a dick to you before you can see the results of it. The results are there, you're just not going to see them just yet.
Okay. Dante, without saying anything, will just look at the phone, look at him, say, my apologies.
You fucking bumped into me, mate. What the fuck is that?
I think that was the moving of the bus.
Oh, right, we should move into a bus. You saying I'm drunk, mate? You sound like a fucking wife.
She must be as handsome as me then.
He looks over and he sort of like glances at you, trying to like figure out if that's an insult or not and how to respond to that. And he goes, what? No. What? Shh. I'll fucking do your face in, mate.
I think she's waiting you at home. You should go.
Huh?
You should go. Don't make me repeat myself 3 times.
You... Not fucking worth it. Not fucking worth it. And he turns and sort of gives you a shove as the bus comes to a stop and he staggers out into the street.
I don't think Dante's even bothered. Okay, so you'll give me the results later.
I'll give you the result later because I'm gonna say you're gonna miss what comes out of that. Okay. We are gonna, however, leave you guys there. As we leave you there, we're going to
She's back.
come over the city, sort of hovering over the many blinking lights of the city as it functions. And we're going to go further south. It's a really interesting thing to look at a city from above, because there's just light, and then when it hits the countryside, it's like darkness. Even though humans live there, it's just complete. It's as if it hits the end of the world. It just plunges into blackness. And that's where the camera is going to stray for a minute. The odd light of a house or a farmhouse playing across as you get further. The race isn't too far out of town. It's a little bit out of town, down the winding roads, the really dangerous roads. The roads where they know that if there's going to be a crash, it's going to be a spectacular fucking crash. It's there that we're going to bring it down, the camera slowly, to an abandoned farmhouse, not far outside the city. Several cars have pulled up out there already, and there's a feeling of tension, excited nervousness moving between the various people that are gathered there. The cars that are pulled up are not the traditional super fast cars, but they're nice enough, souped up and adapted by each of their owners to give their own individualistic flair. Most of the racers are sort of standing around trying to look nonchalant and trying to look like they're not bothered about the coming race whilst secretly shitting themselves inside. The really experienced few are sitting in their cars or just relaxing and enjoying the moment. A green, well, what is your type of car? It's a
Lancer.
A Lancer.
It's a Toyota.
A green Toyota Lancer comes round the corner, rolling up in front of the
I believe Toyota.
farmhouse.
I'm bad at cars.
I'm
It's a
terrible.
Lancer for sure.
I'm fucking terrible at cars. I'm not going
Right.
to correct you there. A green Lancer comes rolling out in front of the other cars and sort of the gathered people begin to notice, as it is now getting to the point where enough people are ready for the race to begin.
Yeah.
I'm going to say whoever has chosen to arrive to watch Maddie's race, you can be here now.
I arrive.
Okay, Ned will have arrived.
I do.
Not a
Nahia.
surprise. Not a surprise, but Elizabeth sadly will not be there. She'll
Okay.
be there.
Wow, bad
Elizabeth
friends.
is
Now
not.
you respect your wife.
Elizabeth is not there. Nahia?
Bad stranger.
Race.
Nahia arrives after.
Nahia will arrive. Okay.
Okay, go
I
on.
just want to say, even though Ned arrives, he stops at the video rental store and then decides not to leave the car there and shows up with the car.
So we're
Oh.
outside of town.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Ned
there's
shows
other
up.
buildings where we are, or is it just an abandoned?
It's an abandoned barn house, right in the outskirts
I
of town.
think-
There's
Well,
sort of
alright.
there's sort of like you get the feeling this barn house used to be part of like a larger like proper townhouse because there's a gate or like a rusty torn to shit gate that leads up the pathway towards it that is
Okay.
torn open.
I think if there's like a more secluded place there that's not on any of the live streams, I think that's where Dante will stay while watching the stream. He doesn't want to be
Okay.
caught on camera right now.
Gotcha. Okay, doesn't want to be on camera, but you want to sort of watch the race as much as you can.
Yeah, and if something happens, because like
You tune
if
in.
something happens, right? I've literally been told
So
that.
Dante, as you sort of get to one of these spots, you tune into the running commentary for the race, and you hear a voice going, all right, this is Finn O'Flan bringing you guys together for tonight's race. It's gonna be fucking brutal. I'm dying to see it. We've got a couple of good, newcomers, dead man walking, and people who are a little bit more experienced. I'm dying to see how Annie handles this little race here, and I'm also dying to see how that rather feisty young one handles that Maddie O'Neillan. You know she's got a bit of a violence to her. I'm just waiting to see how it goes. Anyway, we'll be watching from the top of O'Cara's Hill and watching how this goes. So if any of you are listening now, kick in for a killer race. And as you listen to that, you see you get a majority of people that are gathering now in front of the barn house are now sort of getting that excited feel to them. You can also see the ones that are there. What looks like basically whatever equipment has been brought together is on the side, and
How many cars?
at the moment there is 7, 8, including Maddie.
Any face in the crowd that I recognize, or do I need to roll for that?
You are not there. You're listening to it online.
Oh, there's no video?
So there's no video on the stream, no. But
On any of the streams?
On any of the streams, no. But if you are on top of the hill, you can see the cars down below. You can't see enough to see the racers. You can see the cars, but you can't see the racers.
Is the announcer also on Okari Hill?
You at the moment, as you guys are saying that, you can sort of see that there's a path sort of lit up the hillside, away from the barn, up this hill.
Okay, so there's no video whatsoever on any of the
No
streams.
video whatsoever.
None of it is video
just
streamed.
audio. None of it is video streamed.
At that point, I'll call Nahia.
Okay. Nahia, you get a call come through as Maddie is pulling up in her car. You see, you get a feeling of tension as well as Maddie's car pulls up. Several of the racers you see all look towards Maddie's car at once, and you can see there's a clustering of around 3 or 4 that as Maddie's car pulls up, they sort of look at it, and they look towards. There's a woman sort of leading the group, blonde hair, sort of a bit tousled and all wildish, who's muttering to them. And they watch as Maddie cars come up. Your phone rings.
Yeah, I think she notices that, and then her phone rings and she sees it's Dante, so she immediately picks up.
Hey.
And she's like, "What's going on?"
I'm nearby. Be on the lookout for any familiar face. I don't know if we're being I don't know if there's anything happening tonight, but just in case, park your car in a way that will allow for the fastest exit.
I can do that.
I think I'll join you guys in a few.
Anyone specific we should be looking out for?
Yeah, well, the arsehole in the feather cap would be one of them.
Fair. I'll be on the lookout.
Yeah. Stay safe. And he just hangs.
As your car pulls up, Maddie, a woman comes walking down towards you. The woman with blonde hair, sort of tousled and a little bit messy. She comes up to your car and she sort of leans over and taps at the side of it.
I open the window just a bit, just enough to be able to talk to this woman.
She doesn't look at you. She's looking away at the crowd, or what's mingling of the crowd, which is an exclusive bunch. Her elbow's on the side of your window. She goes, "You're a fucking piece of shit, Maddie."
Good luck.
Yeah.
You know, whatever you can do to this baby. There's nothing that I haven't done to it yet.
You know, the thing about luck tends to shift back and forth.
I don't believe in luck, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice hair.
Thank you.
Got a wee
Yours is
bit of-
beautiful as well.
You got a bit of a scorch just there where something missed you. Must have been lucky, though. Well, you know what they say about luck.
Yeah, I just got lots of it. And I close the window.
As the window goes shut, she goes, "Good luck, Maddie." And she turns around. You see her sort of like walk away from the car, and the smile just disappears. And for a moment, as she's walking away, there's an eye is just like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you." She turns back to the crowd and sort of raises her hands, and they begin to shout. And as that, you see the voice comes through a little speaker on the side of the barn, and through your podcast thing, Dante goes, all right, that's the signal. We're gonna begin any second now, so gear in, strap your seatbelts in, and get ready to fucking ride, lads, because this is gonna be a night to remember.
There's something I'd like to do. I know this is the last possible fucking second I can do it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is the announcer also on this hill?
At the moment, you can't see because no one's heading up the hill yet. The people are beginning to move up the hill now. It's like a hill connected to the side of the. It's like at the back of this farmhouse, and people are beginning to climb up it now. You can't see where he is.
I want to find. I'll do it during the race even, but I want to find where the announcer is.
Okay.
I want to know where he is.
You're gonna have to go up the hill then. So
I go up the hill.
So people are beginning to move up the hill now. You can see they're all carrying beers and various drinks between them as they head up. A number of them are sort of stopping to watch the beginning of the race before they head up the hill. But as they do, you see a rather sort of skinny-looking man steps forward. He's dressed in a long cloak and a sort of coat, and bit of like a top hat on. He looks out of sorts with sort of black eyeliner on. He steps between the cars and he goes, "There will be no violence, apart from violence through cars. There will be respectability and understanding. Is that understood?"
Yes? Are you talking to me?
No, he's not talking to you. He's talking to the drivers.
Okay.
Yeah. Maddie,
sort of
Maddie
like-
doesn't even respond.
There's a Revan response of each person. No one
it's
sort of
not the
responds, and
announcer. Never mind.
he sort of nods and he goes, "Very well. For we who are about to drive salute you." And he holds out a little napkin, and as he drops it, what do you do, Natty?
Yep. Full pedals to the metal.
I need you to give me a go toe to
Let's
toe against every person here as all of them ram their foot onto the accelerator as the cars begin to and race forward.
Here we go. Street racer, tune-up Lancer.
Yeah.
Competitive to a fault. Mm-hmm. I believe that is all of them for now. I've got some fun things for later, but these three are it for now. I think. Yeah.
I
all
need
right.
you to put a -1 to that.
A -1?
Yep.
Oh, all right. Interesting. Yeah. Let's fucking go. Go toe to toe.
Okay.
Bam. That's a 13.
That's a great
Here
success.
we go.
Okay. So, what do you want to do? As your car roars into life.
I managed to achieve my goal, as in I start out the race in a good position, kind of close to the front or all the way up front, whatever you would say. And I block, dodge, and counter their best attempts if they try to take me out early on.
So the crowd begins to scream as you slam your foot onto the accelerator and the car rockets forwards. You have very little room, but you manage to navigate it quite easily, especially due to the fact that 3 of the cars in front of you all kind of tail off, begin to slow down and try to box you off. They begin to box you off, and you can see one of them, who you recognize as Jonah, is pulling back and turning his wheel towards you as if he's going to bash you. Instinctively, you slam your foot on the brake, pull back behind him, roar your hand into the accelerator, and come around him and out the other side. And you see him just as he goes past you, see him go, fuck, as you go round him, past him, and rocket on forward ahead of all 3 of the cars. You are now in the top sort of 3 as you come down this muddy track and actually onto the road now. Your headlights are the only light you see. You are now on country roads, winding through the darkness. Your headlights is all you can see, just going through winding little sort of circles over and over again. Everyone else at this point, the various sort of watchers, you guys are moving up the hill of Okara's hill. You can see the cars as little pockets of light moving through the darkness, and you can see on top of the hill they have brought a desk and various equipment with leads running down to the barn connected to the speaker system, and there is a man there with dyed green hair that's spiked up who's sitting at the desk going, and they're off. Oh my god, that's quite a hell of a start from Maddie Neal. She's rocketed into the fort. And he starts giving the running commentary as the cars begin to race forward. Is anyone doing anything?
I'm checking my phone.
I go up to the announcer. Sorry. My thing is gonna suck. Go for it, dude. Okay.
You don't want to go?
I want you to go first.
Okay,
I will go.
I think you said it'll later, so I'll trust you to tell me when it happens. But with the faces. But for now, I think Dante will try to join somewhere at the back of the, people who are watching, and try to sort of look around at the sides of people's faces to see if there is anyone he recognizes there.
Okay. Oof. I'm going to say give me just a roll, a D100.
Okay.
This is going to be entirely based on fortune. Okay, yeah, just roll a D100.
That's 100.
It's not 100. It's a 1.
That is a.
It's 100.
It's not.
that is
It
a
rolls.
one.
It rolls.
It says
100.
100.
No,
Zing,
it
a
rolls
literal
100.
one.
It's a literal.
It's 100.
Wow.
It says 1 and 2 zeros.
You reverse time to forget everything.
So, you get up there, and as you're sort of standing above, trying to look at the cars, as the car lights begin to race round the corner of a tiny little country lane past
Did
the
you say they hit my eyes?
No, far away, so the car lights in the distance, down, traveling across this country lane, just at the bottom of the hill, going round, past some old woman's house who's looking through as the lights go past, oh, they're at it again, and she's going for her phone as this happens. You watch as the car lights past, and something triggers in your brain, and your vision shifts from the car lights to an overflowing mixture of visions in front of your face, of the swirling patterns of Julia.
Okay.
She's sort of covering your vision for a moment. She goes, Dante, I just wanted to tell you.
You show up at the most inopportune times, you know that?
Oh. Well, I just wanted to say we found nothing, but I just wanted to keep you updated.
Nothing.
Nothing at all yet.
Bullshit.
Well, yeah. We're working on it, though. Okay.
Don't keep me updated. Update me when you find something.
All right. Bye. And the symbols shift, and by that point, you hear a roar of cheering as the cars race around the first corner. I need another... okay, so, Maddie, as you are driving, the 3 cars behind you are pulling up relatively close to you. You have 8 cars all in all, and you're right at the front of the pack. The majority of the ones, though... You're sort of at second place at this point. The car in front of you is driving conservatively. He's just trying to stop you and not let you pass. But as you watch out your rear mirror, you see that 3 cars are approaching very fast. And one by one, you identify their drivers as Annie, Jonah, and Kara. Kara especially is roaring ahead of the rest of the group, completely disregarding her own safety. The side of one of her wheels is almost sort of rubbing against the edge of the road to go off the side and into the trees, and she's getting closer and closer to you. The guy behind you tries to cut her off, and she goes and slams into him, and you hear a screeching of metal as his car begins to slow and it goes spinning off the side. She's coming up for you, towards you. What are you doing? There's 3 other cars as well. The 2 other cars beside her, sorry. Oh, you're a mute. You're a mute.
Whoopsie. Since I'm currently going full speed, is gonna take some improvising. I'm going to grab with one hand into my duffel bag that's laying right next to me. I'm gonna pull out a single nut. Like one of those screw thingies that you use, and open up the window, take a feeling of the wind, toss it in the air, and trying to make it go straight for the windshield, as to block off her sight.
I'm gonna say none of them know you're cheating yet. I'm gonna say I will allow a hit with all you've got.
Oh, love it. All right, so here we go. Sabotage machinery.
Sabotage. Yeah.
I'm going for a car.
Yeah.
Would this be a workplace incident?
No, this is not a workplace.
Fair.
No.
All right. Street racer, tuned up Lancer.
Street racer, tuned up Lancer.
Yep.
Ooh, I don't know sure if the tuned up Lancer is going to apply. Because it's not the Lancer that's making this hit harder.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Street but racer, definitely
because the Street Racer is keeping
competitive to a fault, and cheaters never lose.
Cheaters never lose, yes. Competitors never fault. You're also going to take a -1.
Also taking a -1.
Taking a -1.
And hit with all you've got. Ooh, that's an 8.
That's an 8. Okay, so you can give a status of your choice, and but you only get 1 of those things. So you can either
The status is going to be broken windshield, or like would blinded be something? It's like it's going to
blinded?
leave a good blinded. Crack to hinder her vision.
I will allow that. Yeah.
Let's see. Take 1.
So you choose 1, so that you can either.
Let's see.
Do you want to jump it to a 4 tier, or do you want to? Yeah.
No. This is going to be. I'm going to secure a superior position so that someone else's car blocks any attempts from her at the moment.
Okay, so you put your hand out of the car, dropping this bolt. It goes spinning through the air. The camera sort of follows it as it spins and goes crunching into this woman's windscreen. She's driving, going, "I'm gonna get you, Mitty! I'm gonna fucking..." As the window shatters around her, she roars in pain, bits of glass flying into her eyes as the car spins off for a second and goes backwards. As she spins backwards, though, 2 cars take her place almost immediately. You manage to stop the ram that was going to happen from Kara, but you do not stop what happens as Noah and Annie begin to gain on you, and slowly they slip past you until they are about level with you at this point. You watch as Annie comes close to you, and you see her reaching into something and pulling out a shotgun. You are now coming to a hairpin dive round the corner as she begins to pull out a shotgun. She goes, "You shouldn't have fucked me." And she pulls out the thing and begins to lower the windscreen as the shotgun comes down. Up on the hill, the audience is watching as these cars come close to the hairpin. All you can see is a bunch of lights now coming close to a hairpin turn. On one side, there's just a cliff edge leading to rocks, and like the edge of the hairpin turn, there's just a cliff edge leading to rocks and a couple of houses down below it. And the other side is just forest leading up towards the hill. As you come round, the announcer is going, "Oh, they're coming towards the hairpin turn. How's it going to turn out?" As he says that, is anyone in the audience doing anything?
I do something. Can I drive up to where the announcers are?
You can't
Like,
drive
in
up.
the car?
God, no. It's a
Okay.
path. It's like a path, like a walking path.
I run up to where they are, right? First of all, do any of them recognize me as Ned Halford?
Give me an investigation, please.
Would that be an investigation to like
That's
see
an
if they know
investigation,
me?
yeah. To see if anyone's noticing. You give me any tags relating to noticing people noticing you.
Okay. Can I not? I would rather not give a shit if they notice me and just walk into the announcer booth.
Okay,
right?
Then you won't need to make a check, and you won't get to know if anyone has noticed you. There's no
I
booth.
go-
There's literally just a desk has been pulled up with a bunch of equipment like packed onto it, a whole bunch of leads leading right down, slapdash put together, cords going into cords that lead down to the barn.
So really, dignity is all that's stopping me from grabbing the microphone right now, right?
At this point, yeah, except for there's the guy you see sitting behind the thing with the red hair, spiky red hair, who's got the microphone like held in his hand right to his mouth. You can see there is like a rather muscular looking guy who's standing beside, who looks maybe like security, maybe this guy's friend. You're not sure.
Okay, so I go up to the security guy and just like quickly pull out some like a stack of cash and just be like, "I'd like to sponsor the show." Wink, wink. You know?
What is your
So
aim
let me-
here?
I want to get to the microphone.
Give me a convince check, please.
Okay. Convince. Whether he recognizes me or not. Oh, but shamelessness.
Too dark for him to
lots of-
recognize you, I'm gonna say.
Shamelessness, lots of fucking money.
Shamelessness, yes. Lots of fucking money, yes.
And that's kind of it.
That's it? Okay. Give me that roll. Is anyone else doing anything at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can we see the goings on in the race? The people trying to slam each other.
You
off
can
the
see
stage,
you can see the race. I'm gonna say you can tell that something's not quite right. But beyond that, all you can see is the lights and stuff. You cannot tell which one is muddy. You can tell that something is definitely going weird down there.
I think for now I'll just stand a bit apart from everyone and look around for any signs of danger, and that's about it.
Yeah, as I was saying, Nahia's doing. If she can't tell which one's Maddie, like something's going wrong, but she doesn't know which one's Maddie, so it's kind of like.
Okay.
So yeah, she's just doing the same as Dante. She's in the crowd, kind of keeping an eye out, eye peeled.
Okay. At that point, Ned, you start chatting to the bouncer, and the bouncer sort of goes, "What? I was just whatever. It's fucking go, whatever." And he sort of
Thank you so much. I just walk up, grab the microphone out of the guy's hand, just be like, "Hello, it's your special surprise sponsor, Ned Halford here. I'm a special guest, and I will be giving to the winner this." I take out the paper of the card type on it and just read out the card. That the winner of this competition will get a brand new, whatever the card's name is, right?
whatever the car. Okay.
Yeah, and I will say, and personally, I just want to say that I'm rooting 100% for Maddie. Let's fucking go. I give the microphone back to the guy.
The guy sort of takes it back in confusion, and he goes, "I think that was Ned Halford. I'm pretty sure that was Ned Halford."
I give him the little piece of paper that says the car name. I just I put it on the desk next to him. I say, "Give it to the winner. Meet me after the race. I just want to get rid of this car," and then I leave.
At that point, Maddie, you are coming round the corner, and due to the fact that there are 3 of them, Annie is going to use her ability to force you to make a face danger.
Oh, all right. Face danger.
Can I use my? I kind of also did this so I could give a help point to Maddie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, Maddie is not listening to that thing.
If
I don't
she's
know
not
if any other
listening,
races
I don't
are.
know if
No, but maybe the person with the shotgun.
I will. I will allow that. I'll allow that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll allow
love
it as a
it.
help. As she
I just
sort
want a
of
microphone
she'll
speech to
listen.
happen, you know?
Okay, go for it.
All right. How is she going to have to face danger? What are they currently doing?
So, as Annie starts to pull up next to you, she's pulling out the shotgun, and you start to sort of drive ahead. She slams the car forward, and it races up to come to level to you, and the shotgun is now coming down level towards you. You're approaching a hairpin turn. This is the point where you need to be slowing down and going around it. Both of you are speeding up to keep level so that she can fire the shot.
All right. Well, we've got Street Racer, of course.
Yes.
Nerves of Steel.
Yes.
Tuned up Lancer, because my car definitely is gonna be important here. And let's see.
No help point.
My help point I've already put in there, so that's good.
Nice. I did a thing.
And I think
Don't die, bro.
I was about to say this is a stick-up, but I'm usually on the other end of that shotgun.
Yeah.
So, nope. Competitive to a fault.
This is less competitive. This is sort of more not getting killed.
Gotcha.
That's a +3, -1,
it's
because
a
she still
+3,
has
-1
because she's still got her ability working on you.
And a +1 from Ned. So that's a total power of 3.
Yeah.
Here we go. Face danger.
For it.
It's a 7.
That is a mild success. Okay. So, as you come roaring around the corner, she sort of pulls out this shotgun and she's leveling it. She's driving almost exactly level with you. She fires the shotgun. There's a clattering of a shot against your car. Your car is going to take a 2 shot up.
All right. I'll put that down here. Car shots up. And that's a 2.
As the pellets smash into it, you have one person in front of you. You have her next to you. I'm going to give you the option. You can give a go toe-to-toe as you hit this hairpin turn to stay where you are and stay in second place. Or you can choose to take a risk and try and take first place here.
Absolutely take a risk.
Give me a take a risk, please.
So, Street Racer, Tuned-Up Lancer.
Yes.
Getting to first place is competitive to a fault, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else that can help out here?
-1.
Yeah.
-1.
-1. And I'm going to do a fun little thing. Something that she installed not too long ago. She's going to activate a makeshift nitrous oxide activator into a motor.
Is this a flashback, or when did this occur?
This is something as part of my improvised upgrades.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
So I'm going to use improvised upgrades, and I believe those are all of them.
Go for roll for it.
Yes. All right. Here we go. What was it again?
Take a risk.
Take a risk.
Because you were trying to seize first
Blammo!
place here.
11.
As the shot goes off and your window shatters around you, bits of glass flying around you as you turn, and instead of letting the sort of the shock of the hit you, you turn your wheel to the right, race past the guy who is first, and curve round him, taking the place as you hit the first curve of this.
Yeah.
You finish this hairpin turn pretty well, taking first place. Guy behind you, not so much.
To give a little extra flair, if I may.
Go for it.
As she uses this nitrous oxide, as she pushes that button, a green flame comes out of her exhaust.
And as that green flame comes out, there's a roar of it. You hear it right up on the hill, this roar, and you all see the flash of green light as the car comes around and passes. At this point now, as the cars are coming up the hill, you can see that Maddie's car has just taken the lead with the flash of green flame. You also see, as one of the cars comes round the hairpin turn, it doesn't manage to judge it right and goes spinning off the edge, crashing through the trees. You hear the announcer go, "Oh! Well, that's one dead, but he's not on my conscience because I don't give a shit. It's back to the race!"
Wait. The car... I see that the car crashes.
You see one of the car crashes, yeah.
I think I'll go to it. I'll run to it.
Okay, you start running down the hill. The rest of the people on the audience are just clapping and cheering as the cars continue to race round. As they continue to race round, you're reaching the sort of the top of the hill area, and at this point, Annie and Jonah are hurrying up behind you. Kara is also coming. Oof. Are they going to do that now? Oof. Is anyone in the audience doing anything, or are they leaving at this point?
I'm just running to the car to see how that person...
You're running to the car? Okay, Dante's running to the car. Is anyone else doing anything?
I mean, I'm just cheering. I'm still like around the general area of the announcer seat. I assume it's a good seat in the house, you know?
Yeah, it's a relatively good area, yeah.
Yeah, so I just kind of sit in like any free chair that's open there.
Okay. Nahia, what are you doing?
I don't think she's cheering. I think she's still watching the race and watching, not vigilantly, but just the area.
Right. Okay. At this point, you see Annie pull back, and you can sort of see her mouthing, like, "Fuck! You're in the lead now." The rest of the cars are seeming mysteriously to pull back a bit. And you see 3 are still coming for you. 1 with a smashed glass, 2 relatively still intact, and they are gaining just behind you. They are moving as a coordinated unit. Ahead of them, Annie is continuing to drive upwards, and you can see her with one arm flipping open the shotgun, loading it up again, flipping it closed as she gets closer and closer to you. Her gun getting level. Behind her, you see Jonah right at the edge of his car, just like growling. I need you to give me... Well, what are you doing? Sorry, tell me what you're doing.
So, as Annie is driving up, she's not the only one with a shotgun. I'm going to take Amelia out of my duffel bag, and going to keep a close eye on Annie as she drives up. Is she driving up to me on the side that she shot from earlier?
Same side, yeah.
Yeah, lovely. I don't need to roll down
You're
a
on
window.
the inside. Yeah, you don't need to.
I'm going to very quickly lean over, aim out of the window at her front left wheel, and going for a shot.
I gotta say, she's ready for you. This is now go toe to toe.
All right. Well, I've got my sawn-off shotgun. Cheaters never lose.
Cheaters never lose. At this point, you're both cheating.
Yeah, fair. All right.
No.
Street Racer still counts?
Street Racer still counts, yeah.
How about Nerves of Steel, because she's got her shotgun?
Yeah, I will allow that. You are going to take the -1 as well from her ability.
Right. This is a stick-up.
No.
No, no, yeah, you're right. I'm not threatening her. I'm
you're fighting her.
Shooting her.
You're actively fighting.
How about
shooting
sabotage machinery though? Because I sure am sabotaging.
Are
this
you
car.
trying to shoot her or the car? You're trying to shoot the car. Yeah, I'll allow.
I'm shooting at the car. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to take a vehicle
Yeah,
out.
I'll allow that.
And I think
with the -1,
that is it for now. With the -1, yeah. Here we go. Go toe to toe. It's a 9.
Oh, that is a mild success.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
In that case, I'm going
one?
to. I'm going to. Yeah. So here's the thing. My goal was to cause a calls her wheel to pretty much just rip apart and make her move to the side. But I don't know if that would be just a goal or if that would
That's
would
more
be
of an offensive goal.
tear.
I'm gonna say your goal could be to distract, like to damage her as an opponent. In which case, yeah, you could do that. You could get her further back. I'm gonna say you can't make her goal to damage her wheel completely to beyond repair.
Okay. Yeah. I'll use or could
You only
I
get to choose one.
Yeah. Perhaps the status unstable steering.
Unstable steering on Annie.
Yeah. Yeah, because one of the wheels is very much not doing its work compared to the other.
Okay, and what's your choice of thing? Two.
So that would be a 3 unstable steering.
And you want to achieve your goal.
Status.
So you're gonna hit them you're gonna hit Annie with a 3
No, I
unstable
only
steering.
choose one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to choose the
them
that
good.
she
Okay.
gets the status
Perfect.
unstable steering.
Gotcha.
3.
Okay, so you pull up, and as you fire, you pull your own shotgun out. She's like, "I'm gonna get you, Eden. I'm gonna fuck it." And she pulls out her gun. She sees you pull out your own shotgun. She goes, "Oh shit." She pulls her trigger, you pull your trigger, and the air is filled with as there's a spring of pellets flying in both directions. Your pellets hit the side of her wheel, and she turns and groans. You hear like a groaning of metal as she pulls right backwards. However, her gun also hits yours, and she is going to hit you for a full 3 for shot up on your car.
So that is since it's been a while since I've had statuses twice.
You were on 2 before.
Yes.
You've taken
so
3 on top of that
3,
2.
right?
You should be on 3 plus 1, I think.
Plus 1.
Yeah, you should be on 3
right.
plus
Okay.
1. So your car
Gotcha.
is like, at that point, the car's the bullets rattle across your car, and your car is like, it's going, but there's smoke beginning to billow out the front of it. Behind you, you watch as Annie's car begins to reel back, verving from side to side, as Jonah and Kara continue to race up behind you. You race up towards the hill at this point. Both of you have your foot right down on the pedal. People on the hill, you are watching as the cars now come closer and closer to you. This is the point where the cars will almost pass you in an instant. What are you doing? At this point, by the way, all of you can hear the sounds of shots have echoed through the air. Dante, you are running down the side of the hill. It's a long run.
I don't give a fuck.
I know. I'm just saying you are. It's going to be a while before you get there. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're running. What's everyone else doing?
So just cheer, I guess. Can I tell which car is Maddie's?
At this point, yeah. As they're coming up the hill now, you can see the green Lancer at the front is battered, smoke coming off it, but it is in the lead. It's in front. Okay. Behind it, the rest of the cars seem to be a good while back, but 3 cars are right behind that green Lancer, and they are battering at it.
I think Nahia's attention flips. She's paying more attention to the crowd and kind of watching the race, and now since shots have gone off, now it's more attention is on the race and kind of watching the crowd.
Okay, as that's happening, by the way, the answer is going, "Oh, I can hear a couple of shots going off. Sounds like it's dissolved into its normal craziness. Seems like anything's allowed at this point." And as he's saying that off the radio, you're getting to the point where you can see the cars are literally about to pass you within pretty close distance. If you want to do anything, this is your chance. Beyond that, that's it.
I would like to take out my phone, burner, just record this, as this is probably the final stretch of the race, right?
Okay.
I will whip it out and like.
Burners don't have cameras, mate.
Well, this one does.
Are you taking a burner, or are you taking your actual phone? The burner
it's the same with me. I'm taking an actual phone. It's the same with me. Yeah. And I record the last bit of the race, just so that I will have a recording of the last bit of the race.
Okay.
Speaking of the last bit of the race, is there a part coming up that's slightly more straightforward?
you can see the way the race comes now. It goes up the hill, comes up to one long straight bit, and then back round to the farmhouse. The last final bit is a downhill swerve round several corners. That is very dangerous. So you have the up the top of the hill, you have the race straight round the bit, and then you have a couple of swervy bits after that.
Right, I'm getting ready for that straight part because there's something I want to do by then.
Okay, the three various cars are coming behind you are sort of come to a level point at this point. You see they're not pressing the attack, and they seem to be bunching together for a movement or an attack of some kind. As you come up to the top of the hill, you reach the straight. What are you doing in the straight?
I'm going to stop holding back. I take a brick out of underneath the glove compartment, put it onto the pedal. I stick the wheel, make sure the wheel stays straight, just with a simple broom handle that I've tucked in there. I climb out of the window onto the front of my vehicle. I open it up and I start doing some quick, very unstable upgrades.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
That's a stop holding back. Yeah, that's definitely a stop holding back.
This is something I wouldn't otherwise
that
be
is going
able
to be the lowest level of a stop holding back.
All right.
That's going to be a standard. Sorry, I need to just make sure I've got the
Yep.
right.
Significance.
Significant, there we go.
Yeah. What I'm trying to do is lower the status of the shot up, and if possible, also boost it so it can go even faster. And this is going to do a...
Okay.
This is going to mess up my car for a bit.
Give me a significant stop holding back.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Stop holding back. How did that work again? I need
So you just roll
power
with your
equal
logos.
to my
Equal to your logos. So how much is your
Right.
logos? How many logos do you
Here
have?
we go. I've got 3 of them.
3 logos. So you need to power equal
So-
logos.
Here we go. Stop holding back. It's an 11!
That is an 11. Oof.
Alright,
I need you to mark a crack or a fade on one
on the
theme.
one theme, I'm going
Okay.
to mark a... Yeah, I'm going to mark a crack on the Green Inferno because this is not good for this vehicle.
Okay. Right. You throw the brick onto the accelerator as you step out of the car and climb onto the front of the car, rip open the bonnet, and as it's driving, rocketing through, your foot through the window, just keeping the steering going with one thing as you start to tend to the car. Your instincts taking over, the mythos within you, connecting to this car, and doing the opposite of what's used to, but fixing it. You drive around the corner and you almost hear Annie as she's sort of struggling to maintain control of her own car going, "What the fuck?" As your car begins to straighten and slowly the smoke begins to slowly billow out of it and slow to a stop, and there's no more smoke. Jonah comes out beside you, goes to ram you, and just as he does, you flip into the car, flick the brick out of the way, and slam your foot on, and you whoosh in front of him. He misses you by an instant, his own car sliding into the rocks and hitting it with spinning off into nothingness. Jonah is out of the race. Annie and Kara continue to race up behind you. You hear them behind you, looking to one another, looking back to you, and Kara shouts something through the wind. You're coming now to the final couple of turns. The audience is now watching. They are unable to do anything, I'm afraid. This is the last couple of turns. You watch as Kara and Annie begin to race up behind you. Annie is loading her shotgun up with a couple more shots, and Kara is aggressively going behind you. Annie is going to do one more of her actions to force you to make a face danger, please.
Alright, I'm going to burn the tuned-up Lancer. Yeah, I'm really pushing my car to its limits now. So here we go. Burn a tag, face danger. Here we go. Bam! That's a power of 10.
You watch as Kara, with her broken windscreen, bits of glass still embedded in her face, goes, "Rah!" roars forwards, trying to slam her car into the back of you. You turn your own car as it lets out its plaintive, like, pleas of please stop this. I've been good to you. Come on, don't hurt me. As you roar the car forward, she misses you and slams into the side of a tree, knocking herself out of the race as you continue round across the bends. At that point, you are coming towards the end of the race. Kara is out. Jonah is out. It is you and Annie. You are ahead at this point. Annie is pulling up her shotgun. And then you do one last toe-to-toe.
Alright. Street Racer.
No tuned-up Lancer. That's gone.
No tuned-up Lancer. I think would competitive do a fault work here because the end is in sight. I can get there. I can win this.
I will allow competitive fault.
At this
She's
point,
still going to use her
winning
-1 ability on you.
Yeah, at this point, winning is more important to her than living.
Okay.
Let's see. So she's once again coming up to me with the shotgun and everything, right?
Shotgun's still there, but she looks like she's more trying to just beat you with race now. She's trying to overtake you now.
Okay. Would improvised upgrade still work from my car?
Yes.
From my earlier thing?
Yeah.
All right. And I think that should be it. Yeah. Here we go. Go toe to toe. Wow! A miss at that fucking moment.
Oh, yes!
Ooh.
That's good. Right. I am going to ask you to make a hard choice.
Oh.
So, Maddie Nealon, which matters more to you? Your car or winning this race?
Absolutely winning this race. The Green Inferno is
Okay.
great, but she's not going to lose, not again.
As you come rocketing round the last couple of turns, you see Annie pulling up close to you, her car juddering, unable to sort of handle her steering, but she's still managing to keep it going. And she goes, "Fucking shit!" And she pulls the car around. It spins, slams into the back of your car, and rips off a section of the sort of bodywork, along with a lot of other pieces that go spinning into the road. Her own car goes spinning off out of movement as you keep going, however, battling to continue control of this car. She's out of the race, but she has completely hobbled your car to the point that it is barely going. With what remnants of control you have, you keep it going, spinning around the last corner as the car begins to topple, and you feel gravity turning against you as your car goes from sideways to round to spinning.
Ooh.
And with a crunch, 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 the car begins to roll its way over the finish line. You feel gravity pulling you round in a circle as you go the whole way around, your car going over and over as it grinds to a halt just past the finish line as your Green Inferno is reduced to scrap metal.
Oh.
As it sits there for a moment, sizzling, smoke coming out of the bonnet of it, just past the finish line, there's a moment of silence. Annie's car does not turn up, but several other cars come past. Second, third, fourth. Doesn't matter. They race round and go up towards the barn. And you are left there. In your car. And you've come first.
How am I looking physically?
I'm going to say you're scratched up and fucked up. I need a face danger for that roll. Sorry. I need a face danger. Yeah, just to see how much damage you've taken as a person rather than use a car.
Don't even know if anything would work here.
Any bastion-related, pain-related sort of things for dealing
Underground
with.
fist fighter?
Yeah, that will
Know how
count.
to take a wallop, and I think that's the only thing that will help
Grand
here.
Fist Fighter. Yeah, I'll allow it in Grand Fist Fighter.
In fact, I will take the weakness, painful limp, because I have had
You have
very
had a
much
crash like
broken
this.
leg before. So yeah, here we go. That was a go toe to toe
Yep.
with a power of 0.
No, it's a face danger. Sorry, face danger.
Oh, face
Fuck.
danger. Well, same roll still, right?
So that's an 8.
It's an 8, mild success.
Okay, so you're with a -1.
Yeah.
You're going to take the sort of the status bad crash 2.
All right. Bad crash 2. Yeah, got it.
As your car rolls to a halt, sort of grinding and sending sparks up across the road, part of your mind kind of goes to the fact that, like, during the day, this is a quaint little road that old ladies drive down as they watch the city. But during the night, this is the road in which your car now lies as a sizzled wreck. And as it screeches to a halt, the various of the cars racing past it, Dante running down towards the car that crashed over the side of the cliff edge. You've won. But the Lancer, your green Lancer, is ripped to shit. You try to open the door and it takes a good couple of shoulder shoves before it finally crunches open. And you step outside and you see the full extent of the damage before you. This car will never drive again.
Alright. Looks like I'm gonna have to rewrite the power attack. Maddie crawls out, pushing the door to her side, and looks at the car.
Through the distant sound coming from the barn speaker, you can hear the voice of the announcer saying, sort of distant, like, "Oh my God, it's the most amazing race and she's that fucking, I loved it." And he's sort of sounding in the distance, but it doesn't matter. None of it matters. Dante's running down the hill as you stand in front of your car. Annie's car has pulled to a halt a good while back. She's crashed into a tree. And Dante, as you reach the bottom of the hill, you have to run across the road to get down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
You find the wreckage of the car. And there's a young guy in it. Sort of no older than 19, 20. Very clearly dead. Braced in the driver's seat, seatbelt across his chest, car bent around the tree that his car totaled off the side of.
I'm taking the cue that you're not ending the session yet, so you want me to do something.
What are you doing?
When you say very clearly dead, how clearly dead is he? One thing I will say, running down, I will have put gloves on because I don't want to leave any fingerprints.
Yeah, sure. Gotcha.
But when you say dead, like, I'll look into the car.
You look into the car, you see someone whose arms are sort of dangling limp. The car is upside down. The car is wrapped around a tree. This individual is smoshed into the metalwork and is quite clearly dead.
I think I'll stifle an impulse to punch the side of the car. Stay there with him. Close his eyes. Wipe my gloves on the.
There's the as you sort of pull open the door of the car to step forward to like do his eyes, you're gonna hear the sound of the radio of his speaker in his car still playing sort of a now disjointed rock song that is sort of coming through in phrases of occasional lyrics coming through and pumping bass and roaring lyrics that disappear and come back and fizz out to nothingness.
Shit. This isn't my affair, really. I don't know what else to do here. I'm not gonna search his body. I'm not gonna any further, like, get any blood on myself. Anything. I have work to do, sadly.
Okay.
I'll close the door and walk towards the finishing line
Maddie,
with very murderous thoughts.
Maddie, your car is a wreck before you, but you are past the finish line. The majority of people from the hill are now making their way down towards the barn. They're sort of like talking amongst themselves. Both Nahia and Ned, you hear them sort of chatting amongst themselves, sort of talking about how great that race was as they make their way down. Maddie, you begin to walk up towards the barn. The cars that survived the race have already made it there and are getting out, sort of talking amongst themselves and chatting. Of the police, there is no sign.
As she sees the crowd, she just lifts both middle fingers and shouts out, "Fuck you, Ullmanoch!" And
And they start roaring in response to you giving the middle finger to them. They roar in response, shouting and clapping madly.
Yeah, she loves it. This is what she lives for.
Can I take the mic from the announcer and just cheer?
The announcer's
really
already
loud?
sort of like, he's still up on the hill. Are you staying up on the hill or are you going down?
Well, I'm kind of just staying there
Okay.
for now.
What do you want to do? The announcer at this point is sort of signing off. What do you do? What do you say?
Well, I just... Nah, not really anything that much. If it's already, like, signing off, I just want to go up to him and say, I think the winner should collect their prize, right?
All right, there, the winner's got to collect their prize. Good money value for that, I have to say. Well done to Maddie Nealon. A lot of cheating, but we expect that kind of thing with these kinds of races. And folks, that was Ned Halford who interrupted earlier. The Ned Halford. Ned Halford, do you have anything to say?
Yes. If anyone asks, I wasn't here.
Wonderful. And as he sort of finishes that off, sort of giving his goodbye, what are you guys doing as you meet at the barn?
Do I get there?
Yeah, you will get there.
Okay. So I'll get to the barn. What's Maddie doing?
She's kind of just wiping the blood off her forehead. She is...
Okay, you see Dante walking straight towards you.
Right, well, I assume there's lots of other people there as well.
Oh, yeah, a lot of other people.
She is currently kind of just taking in all the congratulations and everything.
Can we say that Ned pulls up with the announcer and his bodyguard in the car into the barn and just rolls down the window and says, I bet you could use a new car now.
They're not rolling down the window because you're walking down the hill to get to. Yeah, but yeah, you can walk down to the hill. Yeah.
When I arrive, that is how I arrive. Tell me when I arrive.
Okay.
I'd say Nahia is also making a beeline to Maddie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maddie is coming up the hill. You see she is bloody as fuck. Bits of glass sort of slash into her. You can see that her car is lying as a smashed up wreck behind her on the road.
Limping more than usual. She is also not currently... She doesn't have her cane with her right now.
Both Nahia and Dante are heading towards her. What do you two say? What are you doing?
I'd say
I don't
first.
say anything.
Maddie does say, as they walk up to us, she does say...
No, it's not they. It's separately. I'm not walking up
Oh,
with
okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Well,
Dante will straight go to Maddie and without saying anything, clock her in the nose.
Punch her.
Ooh.
I need a go toe-to-toe.
I mean, no, I don't think she would even dodge it.
She dodge it? Okay, then it's a
no,
face...
she wouldn't. She
It's
would
a
take
face
it.
danger. She's just gonna take it? Do you want to even face danger it? Or do you want to just take it?
Nothing. She's just going
Nothing.
to take the punch.
How
Yeah.
how many tags will you put into this, Dante?
Moral armor.
Moral armor, yeah, and that's it.
That's about it.
You take a 1 punch that is going to add to your
Back crash?
Yeah.
Righto.
As
I'll
Dante
walk up to Maddie,
punches you
just
in the face.
clock her, and when she's down or whatever, however she takes it.
Oh, she's not down. She's a street fighter. She can take a wall up.
Sorry
Yeah.
about the delay.
I was about to say that. So what you think?
What I think?
She spit some blood on the ground.
Go fuck yourself, Naylan. He turns around and walks away.
Right, well.
I will say, as you walk away, Dante, your mind is filled with a very familiar encounter you had with the Hound and what he said to you, which was along the lines of brutality is the only thing that exists in this world, and brutality is the only way we get through it. And as you sort of remember that in your mind, you walk away sort of just knowing that this is the way the world beyond the mist works.
Yeah, I get.
No, I'm not telling you as in like this is what you're like thinking. I'm just saying that this is the thoughts that come into his head.
Yeah, I'm past those already.
Yeah, got you. Okay.
Right. Does Nahia then come towards us?
Yeah, I think she comes up a little nicer. I'd like to imagine she comes up after the punch, sees it, goes, I hope that was a deal you two had. And then offers an arm to Matt.
Oh yeah, she takes it. Her leg hurts like hell right now. And she says, "You mean me and Coleman?"
Yeah, I've never seen someone throw a punch like that unless it was for a bet or something.
Fucking clue what his deal was. Probably not used to this sort of thing. How'd you like it though?
I can say I'm not used to this sort of thing either.
I'm pretty fucking awesome though, wasn't it?
I'll give you that.
Did you see me on the hood?
You did good. You did good.
I didn't do good. I did fucking great.
You're right.
Yeah.
Leave you there. Across the town, a very, very intense Scrabble game is going on. You watch as Alison finishes off the word coagulate for 3 points on everything. It's intense. And she sort of looks at you and goes, you can ask me what you want to. If you want to. You know.
Well, I would have thought that I didn't need to ask.
I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you want to, I understand. I don't want you to think less of me because you can if you want to.
This is just sounding like you wanting to tell me, but not wanting to start the conversation yourself. So then I'll go ahead and say it. What did you tell Dante?
I'm not I'm not who you thought I was when you met me, and I'm not. I mean, I'm not normal. I'm like you. I'm like him. I'm like fear. I'm the same. You know that, right?
I woke up in a bed drenched with water, and
I know.
your arms out, so I kind of connected the two dots.
I know. I had to say it. It's different. It's different saying it than doing it.
The one who lied, Allison.
I lied to you. I told you.
I also kept information from you.
I know, but there's a reason. You can see something is really getting to her here. Something is tearing her apart that she can't quite say yet. And it's really struggling to get it out.
I'm not going to ask the questions. I'm counting on you to tell me what you need to tell me.
Do you love me? Like, really love me?
Why do you even have to ask that? Of course I do.
The second you say that, she just bursts into tears. And as she sort of finishes crying, she sort of looks up and she goes, I've done a lot of horrible things. Terrible things. I've hurt people. I didn't mean to, but... And now you're entering the world that I left behind, and
This is not just a burden you need to carry. If it's about hurting people, I'm not gonna teach you a lesson or anything. But I've killed plenty of people in the past as well.
And what about your friends? Dante and the others, and... Oh, fuck, I can't remember the rest of their names at the moment. I've not... The big one, the grunting one. What about them? What happens to them?
I'm not gonna tell you any lies. Probably nothing good.
Are you going to help them? Are you going to go into danger again? Are you going to face him again? After what he did to you, are you going to do that again?
I'm not gonna leave you.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
And thing is, if I don't help this group, then I might as well just kill both of us right now. Because if I don't help this group, then Grace will come after me, come after you, come after us. Maybe not directly, but
All right.
it wouldn't be safe.
All right. I trust you. Just make sure the friends you choose are friends. And keep me in the loop. Tell me what's happening. That's all I ask.
You haven't told me what you told Dante.
I'm scared if I tell you. I'm scared you won't want to see me again.
Elizabeth will raise her, I think it's the right hand, and kind of hold up the ring finger with the ring on it. She's gonna wait until Allison looks at her.
She looks at the ring, and she looks at your eyes.
You know what this means, right? This means...
Elizabeth,
No, you don't.
I do.
I don't care about religion. I don't care about any of that. But you know what this means? This means that I promise to not leave you.
She looks at it. And she sighs. And I'm going to need you to drop into secrets in a minute.
Whoa.
Okay. Across town, the ending of the race has come. Dante, have you stormed off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to do something.
What would you like to
Right.
do, Ned?
The people, the announcer and the bodyguard, not with me in the car. But as Dante is leaving, the car pulls up in front of him, sort of sideways. I roll down the window, right, very slowly, and I look at him.
I don't stop. I just step on the fucking bonnet, move over to the next side.
No, he's not talking to you. He's going to the announcer. He's not going to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm going to Dante.
Do you
no,
think
he's
he's
gonna
got a
answer,
fucking death wish?
Yeah, he's going to the he's going to the announcer. Okay, yeah. You go to the announcer.
Oh no, I go to Dante.
No,
What?
you did not. You did not before. That's metagaming.
No.
As I'm driving to the thing, right?
You said you were going
It's
to the
really-
announcer.
No, I'm going to the barn, but if I see Dante storming out, I stop, right? Would I not?
I think. Okay, all right.
I said before that I'm staying.
I'm
with the
literally
announcer.
telling you what Dante is. If a car stops in front of him, he's not even gonna go around it. I'll step on the bonnet, they'll walk, then step off the bonnet and keep fucking walking.
Okay, I'll allow you to have stopped in front of Dante, but that's what Dante does.
So as he's walking that way, I roll the other window that's like over here.
Yeah, go.
And I just look at him and say, I've been through a lot, and I was gonna call you, but then I didn't. That isn't right. That needs to change. And then I continue. And then I show up.
After you just okay. You just say that and roll.
I speed off unless you say something fast. Because if you think about for like your
I
answer
think
for 5 minutes, then it's
after like a couple of paces, Dante will stop. He'll not turn around, but you can see he's breathing heavy.
you good?
And then he'll keep walking.
All right. Well, while I still have your attention, 4 of them in the museum, and they really liked English literature.
He says that, his voice echoing out. You're walking into darkness, by the way. This is in the countryside. There's no streetlights at all. And as you walk into the darkness, his voice echoes out after you and says this.
I mean, I can pull up Google.
Oh,
Maps
no,
and
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for thematic, like, what you
Yeah.
can see. As in, you're stepping literally into darkness.
As he's getting farther away, he's like, "This was their car. I just barely made it out of there."
Yeah, look, I'm not going to explain Dante's mental state to you right now.
Yeah,
as a
I know,
character,
but
he
I
doesn't
know.
stop.
Do you keep walking?
He
You don't
don't.
stop. Okay.
Yeah, Ned
You
has no
stop.
idea. He's just.
You keep walking. Ned's left alone in the car.
Ned gives a big sigh and then continues to the bar.
Okay. Up at the barn. Maddie is getting congratulations.
Yeah.
Your winning money is being handed over to you.
There you go.
The
She's
crowd
also-
is beginning to disperse now.
Yeah. When the crowd is gonna disperse, Maddie is going to take some key things out of her trash lancer. She's not gonna have the
Yeah.
thing pulled away or anything. It's beyond repair.
Yeah.
But she is going to pull out a couple things like the gear shift, the gear like the stick used for the gears.
Yeah.
As well as a couple of parts of the engine that still look usable,
I'll allow that.
if only for the idea that there's still a bit of the Inferno in our next car.
Okay. You take those bits. I'm gonna jump forward a little bit. Sorry to. Yeah.
Absolutely fine.
To each of you going home.
Yeah, she's
Nahia-
driving home in a new car, by the way.
It's the Ned car. He just
It's the
straight
Ned
into the car.
I'll allow
Yeah.
that.
I also take the sword that I like the most.
Okay,
Right?
which
Wait,
sword?
you
What
leave
sword
the
do you
other
want?
swords in there?
There's a good amount of swords.
All the
in
other
there.
swords.
There's a good amount of
All
swords.
the other
What
swords.
sword do you take? What sword do you want?
Can I roll just a D100?
Well,
to see?
just tell me. No, none of them are magical. They're all just swords. What type
Yeah.
of sword do you want?
I would like.
There's bastard swords. There's double-handed great swords. There's medieval sort of like
You know?
Oh,
do you
what
know
are they
those?
called?
I don't know. Okay, so you know the like fencing swords that are really bendy,
like a
right?
rapier.
A rapier,
Yeah,
yeah.
a rapier. Yeah.
Is there any of them that have like a very like how can we call them? I know that like some swords have like a thing where the point that at the tip they have like this hook. You know what I mean? Like kind of like an arrowhead. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Okay,
Yeah.
there's none of those there because that's a very specific kind of sword. That's
Okay.
These are more sort of generic historical swords.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Then yeah, just a thin rapier.
Just a rapier. Okay. You take that. As the rest of you return home, Nahia, you return home. When you get to your house, you find that the door is unlocked. You step inside, and you hear the TV is going. Kingston is in front of the sofa, half a chili, half eaten on his plate, in front of him. That is there in front of on the sort of the coffee table. A beer, which is very odd for Kingston. Beside that, and he is slumped in the sofa, sort of half asleep. And as you step in, he goes, "Oh, hello. Sorry, Great British Bake Off was on, and I got distracted. You know him long enough. He's lying."
Yeah, she realizes he's lying, and she's like, "What's really going on?"
Nothing. I'm just worried about you. That's all. He steps up and you see that Terry is sort of like beside his legs and stirs now and yawns and begins to wake up, and he sort of staggers over, and you can tell he's a little bit drunk. He's not a person that drinks at all, so a couple of beers has gotten to him. He sort of staggers over to you a bit and he goes, "I'm going to head to bed. Someone came today looking for you.
Who?
Man Seemed friendly enough. Just wanted to leave you a message, that's all. It's on the kitchen table. I didn't look at it, I promise.
She gently reaches out, touches it. Going against all the advice she's gotten from like Dante and shit, she's like, I'll explain soon.
Nahia.
No, it's not.
We are engaged. We are going to be married soon. I don't need you to tell me everything. I don't need you to tell me everything that is going on in your world. I just need to know you are okay and you are safe. That is all. I get worried.
I know you get worried.
I'm sorry I get worried, but I do.
And it's fair that you do, and that's why I need to explain.
It's fine. I understood before. I will understand now. I am tired. I need to go to bed.
Go to bed. Sleep well.
You will come to bed as well?
I will.
Okay. He starts making up his way up the stairs and heads to bed. You fall asleep beside him. As each of you head to bed in your respective beds, some of you elated from the victory that you just had, the adrenaline roaring through your veins, sleep eluding you for a good while before finally it takes you. Some of you drifting off to sleep, concerned about your friends or your loved ones, or uncertain. Other ones drifting off to sleep with your arm around your loved one, holding them close and knowing that this is important. As darkness falls and the night takes you, we drift into the next day. I need everyone to roll me a D100, please.
Let's fucking go!
Oh, is
99! Woo!
I think that's bad in this case.
I have no idea, but I love getting high numbers.
Hey, not to be the nerd, what's the
/R space 1d100.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure this is for
You
the
have to beat
dreams.
99.
Good luck.
I don't want to be
Okay.
99.
Woo!
The man with the pale eyes.
You start to drift off to sleep as you lie in bed. And your dreams are like the mismatch of a dream between dream and sleeping and waking. So that like madness where you're sort of like, you can't even tell if your dream is reality or not. And as you're drifting in between that, you see the crunching of metal, the roaring of engines, the smell of diesel and petrol in the air as the cars roar around corners and corners, racing on into the darkness. The darkness continues. There are no other cars suddenly. And you are racing on a road that goes nowhere. Just the sound of your own car beneath you, but even then it is growing duller and duller beneath you. You drive on. And it is only by chance that you look to your right and you see that beside you in the passenger seat, rather elderly man, blind, milky eyes, watching the road as you drive. He looks to you and he looks to the road and he goes, "Are you having fun, Miss Nealon?"
I suppose, yeah. This stretch is a bit boring, but...
Would you rather I made it a more interesting shape? And he turns and he becomes Ryan Reynolds, looking at you.
Oh. Alright. It's one of those. Okay.
And then he turns and he becomes the man that you killed. And then he turns and he becomes the boy that fell off the side of the road today. Are you having fun, Miss Neelan?
It's one of those. I focus back on the road. I speed up a bit.
You drive. And suddenly the road leaves your tires and you are driving into darkness. I need you to drop into secrets for me, please.
Oh my god, okay, yes. Right.
You are racing through darkness now. And as you drive, there is a voice. Similar, familiar, and comforting as always. You are doing well, Maddie. You are doing so well. I miss
Thanks. I'm trying to keep them on track.
Maddie, you have made me more proud than anyone else. And you are the only one I can trust. The dead boy looks at you and goes, he is lying.
He's fucking not.
You know how I feel, Maddie. I've hidden it for so long, but you know the truth. Deep in my heart, I have always considered you my most important, my most loved.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fail you.
Oh, got no strings as I am free. There are no strings on me.
Shut up, let him talk.
The voice echoing through the darkness goes, drive on, my love. Drive to me.
Speeding up even more.
You race on even more, and the sort of zombified figure, a mix of Ryan Reynolds and the various people that have died along the way. So he goes, fuck this. Reaches out and with a limp hand opens the door and tumbles out into the darkness. And as he does, you race on into midnight. And his voice is very close to you. It's right there. We're going to jump back into game.
Yes.
No. Oh, they're back.
Hello.
While you were gone, Kingston died.
Good.
Good.
1 second. I need to... where's my pen? Oh, no. This is important, and I have forgot it. Okay. 259.
Yeah, don't listen back this episode, y'all. Or at least not that part.
Okay, right. So, as we jump back into the night sort of passes by for each of you as morning rises on Friday. If possible, Friday is even more calm than the day before. The air unbelievably stagnant, this brewing feeling of complete calm. It is the epitome of the phrase, the calm before the storm. Each of you wake up Friday morning with this just feeling of unbelievable oncoming pressure. As you begin to ease up out of your beds, however what way you find yourselves, what do you do on Friday morning?
You still haven't told me what I found on those pictures.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say,
Also, can we have a quick timeout? I gotta go.
I gotta say, let's
Also,
have a
no.
timeout. Yeah.
Well, time out. I actually said that I wouldn't take it that long, so
Yeah.
I actually
That's
wanted
Elizabeth gone.
Yeah, I actually wanted to
22.
stop.
How far are we? I think we're gonna. Then we'll have to call it there.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been going.
I mean that's
3
fair,
hours.
right?
We'll have
It's
to call it
fair.
there.
It's
So
a good point. It's a really good point.
I
Right.
get that we want to get to a certain point in
We
the
do,
story,
but-
but a game's a game is a game.
Game.
This was an intense session, man.
It was
Oh,
a-
fucking loved it.
As-
This was
yeah.
great.
There is
Yeah.
no lack of action. There's no need to rush. There's
We
been-
will end this session on a car driving into the midnight sky, and a group of people all drifting off to sleep. And that's where we'll end.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh,